And good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Pro Baseball Experience, Season 26. 26 seasons. Think about that for a second. We've been here for 26 seasons now. If you divide it by 5, we'd have five season runs in a row and still have a season left over. It's pretty crazy. You're talking about like 2 whole careers worth of people. Somebody coming in on their 3rd player if they started Season 1. Wow. All right, well, hello, welcome. I don't know if I said it already, but I'm your host, Legally Blind Gamer. Welcome to the Pro Baseball Experience Spring Training Day number 1 stream. And joining me as always for our 6th season now. 6 seasons together, PBE Commissioner and co-host, Hummus God. How's it going, Hummus God?
Doing great. Thanks for having me. I think I may drop after an hour. We were Enoch and I are podcasting with Rich Grisham tonight from Out of the Park Developments.
Wow.
We were supposed to last night, but I don't know if anybody heard. They just came out with OOTB Go, the free app, and Korea is where that part of the company is based out of.
Uh-huh.
And so he's been having to have conversations with people in Korea. And so he's up at odd hours, and it crept into our podcasting time for last night. So
Nice.
I'm gonna want to probably prep and not be
When they're
going
cold,
straight from
yeah.
a stream,
Right.
straight from a stream to a podcast. So
Right. Yeah, it's
thanks for having me though.
absolutely. I was checking out OOTP Go the other day, and
Same.
it was really cool that it had the franchise mode included for free.
Yep.
A lot of other games you'd have to pay $5, $10, something like that on the App Store to get that. But having the perfect team in there as well, I guess, justifies adding that too. So really appreciate the OOTP crew on that. Added it to my tablet, so now I got that to go as well. So that's pretty cool. Season 26, here we go. Spring training, day number 1. Lots of games to cover. Let me go over the format here with everybody. We are doing about half of the spring training tonight. The next stream will be this coming Saturday. We are covering up until April the 2nd, Sim Day today. I counted that up earlier. There are 11 Sim Days total that we got to get through here. If we do 5 featured matches, we're looking at 143 box scores that we got to get through tonight. We don't want to have this run over for 4 hours or anything like that. So we're going to be a little bit brisk with the showing of the box scores. We're just going to cover just as little as we can. Let you see the batters, let you see the pitchers, maybe cover the winning and losing pitcher, best batter, that sort of thing. But try and get through these really quickly, because with the 143 plus 5 featured games, it's going to be a long night. So, all right, we're going to get started here with day number 1. I haven't really looked at who we should start off with, but I'm going to guess with it being the Voyagers and all the World Series winners, maybe covering this Outer Banks Aviators game here for our first game. What do you think?
Let me go off mute first. If my
Sure.
computer. Yeah, no, it looks great. You're driving. I'm in the passenger seat, so
Okay.
I'm here to run predictions and
No problem.
joke around with chat. So
all right. Well, so we're gonna do New York and OBX first. What kind of prediction would chat like to see for OBX and the Voyagers?
I see a Go Mounties. What up, Miss Farting House over here? Yeah, I'm just here so I don't get fined, right? OBX. Whose box scores it anyway? The stats don't matter. The scores don't make sense. We're trying to make them make sense. We added a bunch of low-level TPE bots, so we don't have 25 run games.
Yeah, 6 per team now, so 64. Wow. All right, so let's see here. Maybe since we don't want to really do
Creativeness in the chat. What's up? Sorry, just got sidetracked.
Sure.
AU Gold's girlfriend's here.
Oh, is that Spencer? Hey, Spencer, what's up?
Creativeness.
Yeah,
Oh,
Spencer.
Spencer
we drafted him earlier, her earlier this season. Nice.
Nice.
What do you think? Odd, even?
Yeah, we could do that.
Runs per ninth inning, or saves. If there is a save, something like that. I don't know. What do you think?
I tried this the other day. How many one-run games will there be in this sim day? Now, for the majors.
For the majors, okay. Yeah, because there's we got all these minors ones down here too.
I'll do over under 1.5. Actually, it's spring training. No, we'll do over under 1.5. You'll still see some close games in spring training.
All right.
So, how many one-run games in the sim day in the majors? Over under 1.5.
All right, and while that's going, let's take a look at our matchups here. And looks almost even. A little bit advantage here for OBX in the batting department, but New York with Seabart in there.
8 majors games, right? All majors teams are playing?
Yeah, all majors teams and the minors too. Yeah, so 8 games.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I would guess 1-run innings out of 8, maybe 2, 3. Well, they're going. Maybe a little bit lower. I don't know. 2.
Yeah, the under looks like it's dominating in the betting, but that means that if there is 2 or more, that those people are gonna get paid out nicely. So
right.
Looks like we're 3,000 to 9,000, up to 4,000 almost for over. Slowly but surely, and it ended at 6 to 9,000.
All right. Cool. All right, so under 1.5, we'll see if we can do that today, but we're going to start here. OBX, Voyagers, 2 of the best teams in the PBE here, getting us started tonight. Season 26, spring training, day number 1, and we're going to start off with Mike Latoris at bat. Oh, before I do that, let me fix my thingy here. There we go. Make sure B&N scoreboard's on. I didn't do any playoffs last season, so yeah, that's still going. All right. And Mike Latoris. Leadoff batter for OBX. And we're going to start off with a hit in the gap on the left-hand side as Creativeness is now following. Thank you, Creativeness. Also, welcome to the Dynamos. Happy to have you. And that's going to be, that looks like a triple. Yes, a triple to get us started here. And a high fly ball right field. That is caught. Runner does not go. Wow, what a throw from the right fielder there. This one's to the first baseman. Runner stays at third. We now have 2 outs. Tapper to the pitcher. That's going to retire the side, leaving a runner stranded. And that'll take us now to the bottom of the first. And Unconfident, 69. Thank you very much for following. And here we go, Voyagers. And just like that, a leadoff home run here for Stevenson. And that'll get us going now with the score 1-0.
Out of the park.
Line drive to the shortstop, and that'll be out number 1. This one hit to the second baseman, out number 2, and now comes Shu, Tom Shu. And Shu will strike out. And that'll take us now top of the second, OBX. And this one hit into the gap behind the center fielder. Is he going to go for 3 here? No, it was not relayed. Throw directly to the shortstop at second. Runner in scoring position here. Line drive to the third baseman. Oh, and they tried to get him out at second too, but were unable to. This one's a line drive against the wall on left field. Runner going to second. Run comes home, and that is a tie game now, 1-1. This one to the shortstop. And did not make the play. Infield single, and we're going to get a walk here. Now Juice is based. Voyager's in some trouble here now. 1 out. Line drive, right field, down the line. Here comes 1, here comes 2, 3. And that's going to be a 3 RBI double for Mike Latoris. And it is now 4-1 OBX. And we're going to get a runner stealing at third. And Latoris going to third. This is going to be a line drive here to center field, and the tag, he's coming home, and he's safe. And it is now 5-1. Tapper to the pitcher, throws across, makes the play. Finally, they get out of the inning, but OBX puts 5 on the board. 5-1, bottom of the second now. Voyagers. This one hit to the second baseman, and Menard gets thrown out, and here comes Kevin Hunter. To the shortstop, out number 2. And Kirk Swerve. Swerve will take a walk here. And that'll bring up Weedham Boys. Weedham Boys over the shortstop's head. He just stood there not doing anything. That's going to be a base hit. 2 on now. Pretzelman striking out. And that'll leave the runner stranded. Now we go to the top of the third with Hummusgod. 5-1 OBX.
OBX Tahini Classic champs. Hopefully there's some of you in the chat. Sound off if you are. That's a base hit from Dub City, our casino head. Looking to add to this lead. That's a walk. Voyager's bot in trouble.
Oh,
And they got the fielder's choice out at third. They got the lead runner. That's smart. Oh, double steal.
wow.
And he's safe. Both are safe. Swift strikes out, so it's 2 outs. That was a full count strikeout. And that's a base hit. That's going to be an RBI. That's going to be 2 RBI. What an at-bat by Linus Riverboat.
The fielder was almost there.
Great hitting. Oh, and that's going to be a stolen base. Safe. Nice play by Linus.
Oh, boy.
And that's deep in right field. That's no doubter Tex Walker. M's faith puts the OBX Aviators up 9-1. So we may have to just simulate the end here. Kidding. Grounder, ground out. And that ends a wild third inning. 9 runs in the last 2 frames for OBX. New York now down a bunch. That's a ground out for Stevenson. Kuntz drawing a walk. You could tell the Voyagers are still hungover from the World Series. And that's a base hit for Barbados Slim. Advancing the runner to third. So it's both runners in scoring position for Tom Shu, who's the DH. And that's going to be a pop-out. Nice range by the second baseman.
Yeah,
that was
going to go over him.
Tex Walker. And a ground out ends the inning, so they don't score at all after putting 2 runners in scoring position. It's still 9-1 OBX. The over-under people are sounding off. It's been really funny. That's a base hit for Dan Halen. KBK striking out. Dub City.
That was the second time Pretzelman just stood there and let it go over him.
Yeah, they're playing out of position, the Voyagers are, to get experience. Oh, and they get the out. What a play by Dan Halen.
Nice. Uh-oh.
I mean, by RJ Menard, and that's going to be a run score. This is just a wacky game, folks. All the people playing out of position have probably should have set the over-under at 0.5. Another wild pitch.
Fumble bumble.
We're going to be here for a while, folks. That's another base hit. This one is Tyler Swift. Yeah, glad we watched this one. I mean, you kind of hope the Voyagers offense, at least, because on offense they're not playing out of position. You know, batting is its own thing. Hunter. Ooh, Hunter almost had the speed and grounds out anyway. Swerve with the base hit. That's a single, 1 out single. Oh, and a stolen base. Not even going to make a throw. Never even found the grip, says the write-up. Grounder, ground out for We Dem Boys. Yeah, all the games that aren't this game aren't playing. I guess this start time was weird at 2 p.m. So, except Van Buffalo's playing. So yeah, the start times are weird for spring training. And a fly ball for Latoris. That's going to be a fly out for out number 1. We could pretty much talk about whatever we want, right? I mean, it's an 11-run game.
I saw another team with 10 runs in the tracker.
We did see a 1-run game though in the out of town. Maybe we can jump to that. I don't know if you know how to do that. Oh, that's a base hit.
Vancouver and Buffalo.
Yeah, runner coming home, and that's an RBI double. I guess they're counting as a fielder's choice double, but it's 13-1. Nice hitting by KBK.
You want to walk me through that, and I'll switch over to the other one?
I mean, that's up to you. That's up. I mean, Enoch, it's pretty simple to do.
I think we should ask chat here. What does chat think?
Does chat think we should jump to Vancouver Buffalo or no? Let us know. That's a fly out. All right, Musha said switch. That's 1. Chat. AU Gold said chat. Chat doesn't know what they're talking about. That's obvious. Big Titty Smitty said this game is meh.
The sim to the end.
Wrong Tacos facepalm from BF Hiltz. What up, BF Hiltz? That's a grounder from Shu. Ground out. Voyagers offense really. Oh yeah, the other game's over. Oh wow, and that's gone by Geist.
Out of the park.
Extending this game. Yeah, skip the home run try. Ground out from Drockenberg.
Oh boy.
Fly ball near the warning track. Fly out for Tyler. Linus now Got some speed, but not enough speed. Nice throw from Slim. Now we're finally in the bottom of the 6th. DG made a great point. That game is probably over since this game has had a lot of scoring, which takes a while. That's a strikeout for Hunter.
Cancun 15-1 over DVS.
Dang. Yeah, DVS, they always play out of position for spring training. That's going to be a fly ball, fly out for Swerve. And that ends the bottom of the 6th. So the offensive frames for the Voyagers have gone quick, and the offensive frames for the OBX bats have gone long. That's a pop out for Walker. Latoris, ground out. Finally, a quick inning shot to Max Miller.
Right.
Ooh, and a line out to center. Wow, the quickest half inning for OBX. Strikeout for them boys. My excitement for this game is out of the out of the park. That's a ground out from
Out of
Pretzelman.
the park.
Stevenson's got some speed, not enough. We'll go top of the 8th, LBG. This is a close one.
Here we go. All right. No problem here. Voyagers got plenty of opportunities. And that's not going to be one of them, as that's a fly out. Here we go, a walk. Now we're going to get something going here. Rally caps on. This one to the first baseman, back to shortstop, but not back to first base. 2 outs, runner on first, and we're going to get a walk here.
Someone said wrong team. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to you.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was OBX. Sorry, my bad. Now we're on the Voyagers. Here we go. Third baseman, out number 1. Barbados Slim, and wow, look at the range of that second baseman. Again, running way out into the outfield. Nice play there. And that's going to be out number 3. 1 inning to go. OBX, and they're going to pad their lead here. Leadoff strikeout for Linus Riverboat. That'll bring up Tex Walker. And Tex Walker will take a walk. Top of the order now. Latoris. And that's going to be foul out. And short territory left side there. Down the right field line. And that's going to be a base hit for Dan Halen. Runner coming home. And that'll put 1 on the board there. It is now 15-1. And this is over the center fielder's head. This is going to be more trouble here. And that'll be an RBI double. Bergen Cannon. Dub City now. And we're going to walk here. How far through the lineup can they get? And guys still take a walk. And Juice is based again. Drachenberg. Line drive to the second baseman. And that'll finish it off. Alright, 15 runs to go. New York Voyagers, World Series champions. If there was ever a team to be able to do it, it's going to be these people. And that's not the way to start it off with the line drive. Left field, out number 1. And this is going to be a base hit through the gap for Kevin Hunter. 1 on, 1 out. To the third baseman, makes the fielder's choice at first. Hunter moves to second. And there we go, that second baseman again running way. Who is that? That is Kevin Hunter. What a range on Kevin Hunter there, moving way out into like the first third of the outfield to finish it off as OBX wins here at the score of 16-1. And remember, we're going to be doing some concise box score showing tonight to be able to try and get through the stream as quickly as possible. Yeah, so we're just going to move down here.
Go to the index, folks.
And here we go. All right.
Here's your box score.
And so game number 2, Vandals and the Surge, and we'll let Hummus get this one.
And Vandals win 4-3. There's your batting. Looks like it was a top of the 9th McMuffin bomb. So shout out to DG. There's your batting. There's your There's your batting. There's your pitching. This is hard for me, by the way, y'all. This is not fun.
I know,
but we're trying to be understanding of everybody's time. 143 box scores is a lot.
Yeah, we don't want to be sitting here all night. All right, here we go. Sloss, Raptors winning 4-3. 9 hits to 3. 2 errors on the Raptor side. Here's your batters.
Hold up, LBG. We got an upset for the betters because the last score we saw was over. I mean, it was a 1 run. This is also a 1 run. So
that's it, too. Yeah.
I'm going to score that over. Thank you, LBG.
Nice payouts. All right, and here you go. San Antonio and Boise. And 2 RBIs for Johnny Pluto. Here's your pitchers. Windsor taking the loss, and Lucas the win. Riddle the save. Player of the game is Gofford.
That was a fun bet because of spring training. We still had 2 1-run games. Maui wins 7-5. We're showing batting right now. Stein looks like he had a good game, as did Camden and Krustis. We'll go down now to pitching. A lot of players used as usual because of spring training. Stein, hey, I called it. Your Pog champ.
Nice. All right, and game number 5. Supernovas and Demons. Supernovas 8-0, 4-hit shutout over the Demons. Looks like we have 3 RBIs from Dominic over on the Sarasota side. Pitching, Ricardos Garcia, the win. Mitchell, the loss. Player of the game is Troy Dominic.
Fugly, feeling fugly in Sarasota. Cancun, wow, look at that comeback. Holy cannoli. Look at that bottom of the 7th by Death Valley. That would have been a really long one. Shout out to us for not picking it because of spring training. 4 all right, so there's some batting there. A lot of people got a lot of RBIs, so no point in mentioning any of them.
Wow.
A lot of pitchers used. Sims and Roberts both started. Sims and Robert, excuse me. LaFleur did some batting in this one. Did some things at the plate and gets player of the game while doing that.
All right, game number 7. Apex Rougarous. Apex winning 10-8, 13 hits for both sides. Here's your batting. And we had 4 RBIs from Quinn over on the Apex side. Pitching, win from A-Bot, and lost to 43. Player of the game is Todd Hafner, former Dynamo. Nice.
Jimbo the catcher goaded. This is a 2-0 win for Nashville. Seattle didn't get much going. Looks like Zach Johnson had a good game. Shout out to you. Come back, Zach. El Charo got the win. Hammersmith got the loss. A lot of pitchers used. And Zach Johnson gets the Pog.
And that finishes us off for the majors. Checking on the minors now. And here we go. Game number 1 of the minors. And my Dallas Dynamos takes a loss here to the Hepcats. The World Series, Season 25 World Series champion Hepcats. Score of 9-5, 13 hits to 12, 2 errors on the Dynamo side. Here's your batters. And 4 hits for Scott the Fourth over on the pitching end. Hamburger the loss. Patio Furniture the win. Kevin Choate the save. Rodicus Scott the Fourth is your player of the game.
And let's see. Louisville wins 5-2 against Kingston. Checking out batting. 9 hits to 6. A lot of batters used on the Kingston side. Velasquez with the win. Todorowski with the loss. Myth gets your Pog player of the game.
Game 3, the Kingpins and the Dillos. Kingpins winning here at the score of 3-2, 8 hits to 5. On the batting end, here's your batters. We have 2 RBIs from Lane. On the pitching end for Chicago, Lemonade the win. Dog the loss. And the save goes to Rogers Jr. Hudson Lane is your player of the game.
Oh, sorry about that. State College dominates Bruce City. Used to that. Big win. 20 hits to 3. Jeez Louise.
Wow.
Everybody getting involved. Luca, spring training Luca 4 for 6. Sylvia with the win. Havoc gets the loss, gave up 4. Spring training Luca is your player of the game.
Last game for this sim day, and we have the Firehawks and the Wheelers. Firehawks winning 10-1 over the Wheelers, 17 hits to 6. Here is your batting. And it looks like we had a 4 for 5 performance from Rembeverwinkle. On the pitching in California, Cillian's getting the win, Taylor the loss, and player of the game is Sawyer Stern. And that finishes us off for the sim day. Just to let everybody know, my player, Michael Knightrider, is making his debut in the majors tonight in spring training. He is the 4th pitcher on the Maui Makos lineup. We're going to be playing that game as a feature game next. My opponent is going to be, our opponents are going to be the Vancouver Vandals with pitcher Giuseppe Tosin as the starting pitcher for the Vandals, who is also my co-GM for the Dynamos, Dr. K. So we're going to go through a couple of quick sim days here and move on to day number 4, and then we're going to cover the Makos and the Vandals. So we're going to move on here from today, and let me go and do a file save here real quick. And since we did majors first yesterday, we're going to do minors first today, and we're going to let Hummus cover my Dynamos. Fingers crossed here.
And the Lemurs win 7-0. Big win. 13 hits to 3. Louisville over Dallas. Bottom of the order did pretty well. Chinapi with the win. Bones with the loss. Lump O'Sullivan is your player of the game.
Game number 2, Hepcats and the Kingpins. Hepcats win again, 2-0 now in the preseason. 8-7 over the Kingpins in a matchup from the World Series. Looking down here at our batting, looks like we had 2 RBIs from Slokening. On the pitching end for Kansas City, the win for Turbo, stuck in the save, and the loss goes to Penn. Player of the game is Trevor Duncan.
Bruce City wins 5-0. 7 hits to 4. Both teams nodding an error. Bruce City, batting. Kingston batting, both on your screen. Smithers got the win. Kagamine with the loss. And Lux is your player of the game.
Firehawks and the Dillos, and Dillos just barely squeaking it out here. 2-1 over the Firehawks. 8 hits to 9. Here are your batters. A couple multi-hit games on the California side. Pitching, Selich takes the loss. For the Dillos, Bear takes the win. And Chart Toppelhauser takes the save. Player of the game is Lucas Shapiro.
And the Wheelers win 6-3, 8-6 on hits. Both teams getting an error. Here's your batting. Hope you see your player. If your player is here, get a good glimpse of what you did. Here's the pitching. Sink with the loss. Rizzo with the win. Leo Federico is your player of the game.
Now moving on to the majors. Boise and the Crabs. And the Raptors win this one. A score of 6-4. 9 hits for both teams. Here's your batters. Couple of RBIs there for Vladimir Bodnar. Pitching, we have Vuvizielman with the win, Bott the save, and Voss the loss, Dasani Voss. A player of the game is Benny Rodriguez.
Oh, sorry. Sloss went 5-0. Shutting out the Vandals. Classic rivalry. New logo for the Sloss. Shout out to y'all. 11 hits to 0. Got no hit. Uh-oh.
Let's take a look at that again.
A no-hitter in a spring training game.
Wow.
Welp.
That's a pretty cool logo. I like they got some yellow in it now, a lot more yellow than it used to have.
Mm-hmm. Rayner, so it's a team no-hitter. Rayner, Slotspot, and Slim Dugan.
2 walks.
All pitching in for the no-hitter. Takahashi takes the loss. Sudat is your player of the game.
All right. Game number 3, Voyagers and the Makos. And the Makos beating the Voyagers here at the score of 8-2. 12 hits to 3. Here is your batting. Ketchup getting 3 hits, 2 RBIs. Pitching for New York, Choate takes the loss. Evans for Maui the win. Player of the game is Wesley Nakia.
Surge win 3-0. 8 hits to 4. OBX not scoring. Let's see. There's your batting. Hope you see your player. Here's your pitching. Rolo with the win. Ripspod with the loss. Diamondo is your player of the game.
So Ripspod's still playing, huh? Interesting.
Of course. So is Bentley.
Nice.
Former Vandals.
Former Vandals. All right, and Scorpions Apex. Scorpions winning here, 12-7 over Apex. 12 hits to 10. Here's your batting. 4 RBIs for Andrew Oram and for McGibbon as well. Death Valley pitching. Herbie Farmworth getting their first win. Indianapolis Dion their first loss. Is it Dion or Dion? I always thought it was Dion.
Yeah, it's Dion.
Dion, okay. And Matthew Edwards is your player of the game with the 4 RBIs. Game 6.
Supernovas undefeated in spring training, 4-1 win. Dr. Crashwagon Rogers, there's your batting though. Only 2 players got hits on Cancun. Shout out to SD Cora, was one of them. McQuack takes the loss. Torkelton gets the win. And Crashwagon of the Supernovas is your Pog.
Game 7. And we have the Stars and the Rougarous, and Stars winning 6-5. Another run game here. 11 hits to 7. Here's your batting. 3 RBIs from Munson. On the pitching end, Nashville, Taylor Johnson getting their first win. Mazeroski, their loss. And McFlorida Man, their second save. Thomas Rose is your player of the game.
Shout out to ST Core for getting the call up. It's going to be weird for me to see him in the majors after all this time calling games on the minors. But
Right.
18-7 win for the Detroit Demons over Seattle. 18 runs on 18 hits. We call that efficiency, folks. 15 hits, 7 runs for Seattle. There's your pitching. And wow, Seattle used those bots.
They sure did. Thank goodness.
And Dinkle gets your player of the game.
All right, that finishes us off for the sim day. We're going to do a save game here real quick and move onward. All right, back to the majors again. Crabs and the Vandals. And Vandals winning this one over the Crabs, a score of 4-2, 6 hits to 5. Here's your batting. 2 RBIs for Herb Sessions and from Toby McMuffin. Pitching. The bot on Providence takes the loss, and the bot gets a blown save for Vancouver. Pressing gets the win. Toby McMuffin, player of the game.
And the Sloss Aviators. Aviators win 8-2. We'll check out batting. Hopefully you see your player and how they did. Hopefully they got a hit for your sake. Greer gets the loss. Beaumont gets the win. And Claus Bergen Cannon is your player of the game.
Game 3, the Makos and the Raptors. And Makos win this win 6-3, 10 hits for both teams. On the batting side here, looks like we had a couple of 2 RBI games from Rie and Dawson Jr. Pitching, Mountain gets the win, Brown the save, and for Boise, Bisquick takes the loss in relief. Tuplan is your player of the game.
Boys in the win column, 2-1. Swerve with a sac fly in the 8th to win it. There's your batting. Check it out. A lot of offers. Hopefully it's not you. Miller gets the win. Bot taking the loss. And Stevenson, my fantasy player from last season, is your player of the game.
Game 5. Apex and the Supernovas, and Supernovas pulled this one out with a score of 7-3, 8 hits for both teams. Here's your batting. Several multi-RBI games over there on the Sarasota side. Pitching, the bot in relief takes the loss.
Training goats.
Yep, blown save again for the other bot. And Leong, who won, it was reliever and pitcher of the year, wasn't it? Reliever and pitcher of the year gets the win there. And Farley Hank is your player of the game.
And let's see. Seattle wins 10-3. Good win for the Sea Serpents. And looks like everybody did some good on offense, minus a few batters on Cancun. So apologize to you if you're one of them. Hopefully your spring improves. Cancun pitchers, Gunk with the loss, Dart with the win and the blown save, former Supernova. And Mellet is your player of the game.
Who is that? Jess. Jess, back in like season 16 or something like that, season 17, in the minors, there was a bot who had a weird name, and nobody knew at the time that he was a bot, and I think he ended up being real close on the pitcher of the year. He was like 3rd place pitcher of the year, reliever of the year, or something like that, and nobody even noticed it until somebody said something after the awards had finished up that, hey, that's a bot you just voted for.
Hey.
All right, here we go. Rougarous and Scorpions. Rougarous win this one. The score of 9-5, 13 hits to 9. 3 errors on the Scorpion side. Here's your batting. 3 RBIs for Christopher Brew. Pitching for New Orleans. DeFerrari gets the win and the blown save. Over on the other side, the bot takes the loss, and Vidal Valor is your player of the game.
And the Demons win 8-6. Check out batting. Looks like a lot of players did some stuff, and other players did other stuff on offense. And pitching wise, let's see, Bot with the loss, Bot with the win, and Thomas Rose of Nashville is your player of the game.
And that finishes us off for majors. Moving now to the minors. And we'll start off here with my Dynamos and the Kingpins. And the Kingpins win this one a score of 7-5, 13 hits to 9. Here's your batting. 3 RBIs for new player Pine, Jack Pine. Dallas pitching. Dog takes the loss. For Chicago, Bell the win. Nixon the save. Sax Justice is your player of the game.
And the Lemurs win 1-0. Wow. Not a lot of offense from either team. So batters are going to be sad to see the batting. 4 hits for Brew City, not good. Cheeks with the loss and Valdez with the win. And Archibald Thurg something gets player of the game. Sorry about that. Archibald Thurgood Sassafras III is your player of the game.
Archibald Thurgood Sassafras III. Nice. That reminds me of Sir Dr. Javier Dominguez Jr. All right, here we go.
That was a fun time in the booth.
Right. All right, Hepcats, Firehawks. Here we go. Hepcats winning here 8-1 over the Firehawks. 11 hits to 7. 2 errors on the Firehawks side. Here's your batting. And it looks like we had 3 RBIs from Montroy in relief. Pitch hitting over on the other side for pitching. California, Branson taking the loss. O'Sullivan the win, and Mosley getting their second hole. Player of the game is Montroy. Getting in with pitch hitting and player of the game.
Here we go. Mounties went 8-5, 12-8 on hits. Wheelers picked up an error in that one. And there's your batting. Kind of all over the place there. Kind of alternating with performance there. Guy gets the win and the blown save. ER gets the loss and the blown save. And Ferenc, not going to say the first name. Mazaros Ferenc is your player of the game.
Mazaros Ferenc, yep, Mazaros. And final game for this sim day, the Swifties and the Dillos. And the Swifties winning here at the score of 7-4, 10 hits to 9. Here's your batting. 3 hits, 2 RBIs for Love. Pitching. Sideaway getting their first win of the season. T2 their first save. And Huff for the Dillos getting their first loss. Player of the game is Will Love. And that's going to finish us off for this sim day. We're going to move on now to sim day number 4. And that should put us right here in this one, where we have the Vandals and the Makos, Giuseppe Tosin versus Michael Knightrider. This is going to be our next featured game for the evening. So what do you think for a prediction on this one?
Let me get back on Twitch. What does chat think? It's up to them, honestly.
What do you think, chat? Odd, even? Number steals?
Errors, steals, home runs, hits. Total runs by the winning team, runs by the losing team. Okay, we can do errors.
Errors? So, what do you think? 1.5? You think they're going to get over 2, or do you think it'll be over 3?
Thanks for joining us, Inkerbell, Wildfire Micro. I'm going to do 1.5.
1.5, all right.
That just seems to be safe.
So get your votes in, everybody. Under 1.5. I think both teams have their default lineups, no switching around or anything in these setups here for both teams. So should be on the lower end of the errors, but it is spring training, and we will get a lot of relief pitchers in probably. maybe some bots that might stir some things up there.
Yeah, no, that'd be cool. Hopefully we get a good one. When the first game was a snoozer.
And let me cancel out of this real quick and do a save game. I didn't do one today. There we go. Alright, let's see how much time's left on here. Almost done, and we're at oh, somebody dumped in a little bit of money there for under 2.9k to 1.2k. Getting in here at the last second. Somebody put in a little bit more for over, and it's now 47.53% under, taking the slight advantage here, 2.8 to 2.9 to 2.5k. So almost 5.5 million or 5,500 channel points bet on this one. And here we go. Second featured game of the night. Vandals and the Makos. Vandals coming up first, and we're going to have Magiocomo. Andrea Magiocomo is going to be our leadoff batter. Michael Knightrider's very first at bat, and that's going to be a single. Vandals getting on base here, and this is going to be a fly out to center field. One out now, one on. Knightrider getting his first major league strikeout there. And this is through the gap in center. And runner is going to third, and this is going to be a close. And did they get him? No, he's safe. Runner's at the corners. And we get a strikeout now. And that'll retire the side, leaving two runners stranded. Bottom of the first we go. Giuseppe Tossin's turn. And second baseman will get that one for out number one. Giuseppe, and that one's a fly out to center field, out number two. This one's a shortstop and a 1-2-3 inning for Tosin as we move on now to the top of the second. Vandals, and this is going to be a fly out to the third baseman, out number one. And a strikeout looking there for Andrews as that moves us now to Shadermy. Shadermy down the right field line. This is going to be a base hit, and he's going for two, no relay. Oh, there was a relay, but not in time as he gets in. Runner in scoring position now. That's going to be in the gap, and that's going to score a run here. Vandals get on the board first, 1-0. RBI double from King. Magiocomo, top of the lineup again. Pass to shortstop. Runner is coming home, and the throw is not going to be in time. That's going to be a 2-0 game now for the Vandals. And past the second baseman, another runner coming home. And another throw, and that one's safe as well. And it is now 3-0. And finally a strikeout there, getting us out of the inning. And now it's the Vandals' turn. Tosin. And that's going to be a line drive to the left fielder, out number one. And this is going to be a foul ball, right territory. 2 outs now for Ketchup. That's Ketchup. And Ketchup will strike out as we go down to the top of the third. 3-0 Vandals with Hummuscott.
Here we go. Vancouver bats up 3-0. And that's a line out to right field for the first out by Herb Sessions. Sac Lodge. Ooh, that was a high fly ball in right, but caught at the warning track near some light pole. Jackie Daytona with the call up. And that's a ground out. And we'll go now. Ernie Harwell of the Mako strikes out looking. Kaneda with a base hit right up the middle. 1 out, 1 on for Ray, and make that back-to-back base hits with a runner on third now. And a pop up and pop out for out number 2 by Kaizen Boone. So Dawson Jr. striking out swinging. We'll go top of the fourth now in a 3-0 ball game. Oh, and that's ripped right at the center field wall for Sam Andrews. So now Geronimo Shidermy tried to check a swing and was successful. So now we got 2 runners on, no outs, and make that Jace.
Oh boy.
Juice is based for Magiocomo. Magiocomo with a quick pop out. So McMuffin now.
And there he goes.
With a strikeout. 2 outs for new Vandal, Willie Colon. Couple new Vandals in the line.
Pitching change. He didn't even last 4 innings.
Oh, that was a drop. Looks like it was a drop third strike or something. But a walk for Stein. A pop out for out number 1 for Nakia. Kane with a grounder. 5-4-3 double play to end the inning. That was quick. Top of the 5th now. That's a strikeout swinging for Sessions. Lodge strikes out as well. Mako's bot dominating. And that's going to be a pop out.
How many TPE did the bots get?
150.
150, okay.
Yeah. They're goated.
Another pitching
Cat's up in the gap. Make that 2. Sliding in a leadoff double for Hunt Catsup. Ernie Harwell. Ernie Harwell checking his swing and walking. That's a strikeout for Kaneda. Ray. Oh, what a grab in right field by Toby McMuffin. And a strikeout looking by Kaisenboon. So that's going to end the 5th. We'll go to the top of the 6th. Sam Andrews line out to first. Scheiderme with a slow roller. Oh, got the speed, beat out the throw. So 1 out, 1 on for Dan King. Dan King striking out looking. Dylan Hodge now, pinch hitter. Oh, and a stolen base caught stealing. Scheiderme got thrown out by Ernie Harwell. So Peter Dawson Jr. comes up. Oh, over the center fielder's head. Cologne couldn't get to it. So a double for Dawson Jr. Nice 2-bagger. So Stein, grounder, ground out. Nakia with a grounder, ground out. So 2 outs, 1 on, 3rd for Kane. Kane striking out, swinging. So we'll go top of the 7th. Vancouver up 3-0. Ooh, successful check swing. A lot of those tonight. Oh, right past the first baseman, McMuffin. Trying to go for 2 and does. So both runners in scoring position for a new Vandal, Willie Colon. The lefty. Oh, over the center fielder's head. Misjudged it. Thought he had it. That was Philip Stein, and it's a 5-0 game now.
That's the
off
same
the bat
play,
of Willie Colon.
That's the same play Colon missed last inning.
Yep. And Sessions with the base hit. Drops it in left field. Colon parks at 3rd. So Lodge will come up. Oh, that's hit hard. That's the third base foul line. And a run will come across, and a second run will come safely. A 2 RBI single that they scored, I think a single by Lodge, and a strikeout by Daytona. Grounder, ground out for Andrews. So Scheiderme with 2 outs. Scheiderme. They call that a ground rule? Ground rule double?
I guess so,
Yep.
yeah.
Ground rule double. It's 8-0 Vandals. And a strikeout for King. So finally the inning ends, but they scored 5. And it's 8-0 Vandals. It's a ground out from Catsup for out number 1. Ground out from Harwell for out number 2. First baseman, nice play to step on the bag. And the first base hit of the half inning, 5th of the ball game for the Makos. That one was by Kaneda. And a fly ball in right, caught at the wall. And the Makos are in trouble. 2 innings left, and LBG will finish it out.
And the Makos need to get something going here. Vancouver at the top of their order. Dylan Hodge. And they'll get thrown out for out number 1. Toby McMuffin down the right field line. This is going to be a double here. Oh, if only it had thrown directly to the shortstop instead of the relay, that might have gotten him out. And this is in the gap off the wall, the right side. This is going to score 1. And that's going to be an RBI double there for new Vandal, Willie Colon. Pitching change here for the Makos. And that's going to be a strikeout here for Cooper Casey. And Cooper Casey just got signed to the Makos as well. So a couple new players here today. And that'll retire the side as we now move to the bottom of the 8th. Makos 6 outs away. They need 9 runs to tie. And that'll be a leadoff base hit to get us going here. Peter Dawson Jr. And that's another base hit. Stein now, 2 on, no outs. And we're going to get Juices based here with no outs. Big trouble here for... Here we go, Nakia. Vandals. Oh, and they're going to walk the runner home. This is how rallies get started here. Kane. Kane, towering drive. Right center field. Runner tags. And there's another run scored, and 1 out. 9-2 now. Runners at the corners, and we're going to strike out looking here from Hunt's Ketchup. Harwell down the left field line. That'll score another runner. And we got another runner moving to third, and he's coming home too, and the throw. And that is safe. A 2 RBI double here for Harwell. And just like that, the Makos are only down by 5. A tapper here, and that'll move the runner to second, and that's going to do it as they get the runner out. And here we go. Last chance here for Vandals to pad their lead, and that's going to be a leadoff double here. Jackie Daytona. Andrews looks like he got beaned. Yes, that was a hit. Batsman takes the base. Shadermy. I don't know what that was. Oh, pass ball, fumble bumble, runners advance.
Fumble bumble.
And look at the range of that second baseman going out there getting the play in the outfield. Out number 1. Line drive to shortstop. Runner does come home to score, and it is now 10-4 with 2 outs. Runner at second now. Vandals. And that's to the gap in center. And Dylan Hodge is going to get an RBI single there, and it is now 11-4. Toby McMuffin. Fly out to right field here, and finally the side is retired, but they get 2 more on the board. Bottom of the 9th we go. Maui down by 7. Line drive to the shortstop, picks that one up, throws it over. This one to the third baseman, out number 2, and last chance here, Peter Dawson Jr. Willie Colon out there grabbing the ball, throwing it to second, but Peter Dawson beats it out. Runner in scoring position now. Philip Stein. And this is going to be a fly out to right field, and that's going to do it as the Vancouver Vandals beat the Maui Makos here with the score of 11-4. Great game by the Vandals offense.
And the under hits on the bet.
Yeah, under hits as well. Yeah, absolutely. And Willie Colon, what a great start there. 2 hits, 3 RBIs for Willie. Looking at our pitchers for Vancouver, Tosin gets the win, McDonald the hold, Fuji the hold, and Michael Knightrider takes the loss. Player of the game is Geronimo Shadermy. Alright, let me just do a file save here real quick, and we'll take a look at these other ones.
And the Raptors destroy the Voyagers, destroying them. Trying to be dumb. And there's your batting. A lot of players did good things, so hopefully one of them was you, if you're watching tonight live.
4 RBIs for Petra.
Wohler with the win. Cantaloupe Crocodile, pitcher of the year, takes the loss. Toot Bland from Boise is your player of the game.
Look at that, 5 bots used. Alright, and next game, the Sloss and the Surge, and Sloss win this one 10-5, 11 hits to 12. Sloss only getting 5 runs off of 12 hits. Here's your batting. And it looks like 4 RBIs from Raven Knox. On the pitching end for San Antonio, Rodriguez Jr. gets a blown save. Bott gets the win. And Reed Sutherland for Buffalo takes the loss and the blown save. Player of the game is Chris Jimenez. We just watched that one, so it takes us to this one.
Prov OBX, Providence wins 2-1. There's your batting. Hopefully your player did stuff. And there's your pitching. And hopefully your player, if you're a pitcher, did stuff as well. John Camden is your player of the game.
Game number 5 for the majors, Stars and the Scorpions. Stars here, 4-2 of the Scorpions, 6 hits to 5. Here's your batting. And I see 2 RBIs from Jebediah Crunk there. Over on the pitching end for Nashville, the Bot gets the win, and Cletus McFloridaman gets their 3rd save for Death Valley. Johnson gets their first loss and blown save. Thomas Rose, your player of the game.
Demons win 13-8, 14 hits to 11, tying up on errors 1-1. There's your batting. Wishing everybody the best with their stats tonight, even though they don't count. Flowers with the loss. Galvin with the win. New starter. Whoa. Starter alert. Dinkle is your player of the game.
Now, might there be a situation where there might be so many bots that some of the relievers aren't getting... I see 3 bots on either side here, huh?
Probably last game, Cancun's actual relievers got used.
Oh, right, yeah.
They're probably tired.
Yeah, let's see here. All right, so that takes us now to game number 7. Supernovas and the Rougarous, and Rougarous winning this one 9-3, 13 hits to 8. Here's your batting. I see 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 RBIs for Todd Hafner. On the pitching end for Sarasota, Austin Bentley. Austin Bentley taking their first loss. And New Orleans, via Getty getting their win, and Jose 43 to hold. Player of the game is Todd Hafner.
Wait till I get my update in, though, y'all. Y'all laughing at the 13.5 ERA, but wait till that update goes live, baby. Let's go.
You got your equipment and everything all in there now?
Oh, yeah. That was like a 90 TPE update. Apex win 9-2. Yeah, I'm kind of rich. Apex batting and Seattle batting. There's your pitching. Pitchers were used as well as batters, but Wander Franco from Indy is your player of the game.
And now moving on to the minors, and our first game is the Dallas Dynamos and the Brew City Bears. Dynamos winning here, squeaking through in extra innings, getting the walk-off. Bottom of the 10th, 5-4. And it looks like McLaughlin hit a walk-off run-scoring single versus Jet. Here's your batting. And it looks like 2 runs, 2 hits for Faraday. Pitching. Jet takes the loss. Blown save for Hamburger, and Barton gets the win. Player of the game is Stevie Steve.
And here we go. Wheelers win 3-1. And some batting. Each team batted 34 times. Kind of crazy.
Wow.
How that worked out. Pitchers here on the screen. Toe with the win, Fujisaki with the loss, and Funny Man is your player of the game. Funny Man Lucas.
Want to hear a joke, Murray? All right, let's see here. Firehawks and Kingpins. Firehawks winning this one 6-4, 6 hits to 5. Here's your batting. Looks like we had 2 RBIs, 2 hits from Anchovy. On the pitching end for Chicago, the T-Rex taking their first loss, and for California, Bowie Jr. gets their first win with Show. Their first save. Player of the game is Anchovy.
We know that name very well. Let's see. Hep Steeds get the win over the Cats, beating those defending champs when it doesn't count. Heck yeah. 9 hits to 5. Batters were used. Both teams are 29 at bats. Look at
Another
that.
one,
Is there like some kind of rule or they have to bat the same?
Right.
Spring training rule. Pitchers on your screen, and Lefty Reagan is your player of the game.
And our final game for this sim day, and look at this, 19 innings. Glad we did not cover this one. Holy crap. Wow, bottom of the 19th, Star hit a run-scoring single versus F Firehawk. Firehawk. All right, so let's take a look at our batting here. Look at that, 5 for 8 with 2 RBIs for Barnold over on the Dillo side. Pitching, several blown saves. Hepcat takes the loss, and throwing guy gets the win. Player of the game is Big Barnold. And there we go. So that finishes us off for day number 4. And did you want to take this as the opportunity to get yourself ready for the podcast coming up?
No, it's not till 10 p.m. Let's keep riding.
Okay, not a problem. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do a file save here.
I'm not bleeping leaving.
And so let's see. We did 11 days, and we got 5 we got to cover. We did 4 days so far. So I guess we could do 2 more quick sims and then pick out maybe a minors game afterwards. Maybe we'll do Hepcats or something like that. Do the defending champions for that one. Yeah. All right. Yes. So all right. So we're gonna go ahead and move forward here. And no minors games today, but there are majors games. So it cuts out a few box scores for us, and we're gonna get started here with Hummus covering Surge and the Crabs.
And the Surge win 5-3 on the road. Nice win in the top of the 11th. Buckley hitting a 2-run shot. against Smoltz, the third. And there go your batters. Oh, finally, I get to see the at-bats are different, 40 to 38.
You want to tell them again what the podcast was about? Somebody's asking about it in chat.
Oh, so yeah, it's not just a typical podcast. Rich Grisham, you may know him as the Chief Operating Officer of Out of the Park Developments. They are the company. I'm not going anywhere, Gold. Stop. They make our video. They make this game. So the company that makes our sim engine. They invited us on to their podcast. I'm bringing on Enoch. I figured that'd be a safe choice. I didn't think anybody'd have an issue me picking Enoch.
Not at all.
And yeah, we're gonna hype up the league. They're gonna promote us, and we get an hour basically to talk about the league. The goal this time is to talk about the draft. I got flamed pretty hard for not mentioning anything about the draft in the first one. Neither Person Man nor I touched on the draft, so that gives us the second rendition to talk about the draft process and how it works and what makes us unique in the OOTP community. So
nice.
Yeah, once that drops, we'll obviously drop an announcement. In Discord like we did last time. We'll end up on the Out of the Park Developments website.
Posted on the OOTP subreddit too.
So last time I did an AMA after it got posted.
Oh, nice.
And I included a link to the podcast in that AMA. So probably do another AMA. It's been a while. It's been over 6 months. So yeah, be on the lookout for that to drop. That should be a fun day. Not nervous at all. I was nervous as heck for the first recording, not gonna lie. But not nervous anymore. So should be just a free-flowing fun time.
All right. Cool. Well, I think we're just about done with this Buffalo one here. Who got a player game in this one? Bruce Buckley. Gonna move on here.
The longest box score of the evening. Shout out to whoever asked that question. Thank you for allowing me to explain. I hope you all listen to it when it drops.
And here we go. Raptors and the Vandals. And Raptors winning this one, a score of 5-1, 11 hits to 5 over the Vandals. Here's your batting. Several multi-hit games for Boise. On the pitching end for Boise, Lucas getting the win, several holds, and Perry Hodder getting the save. On the other side, Greg Digger Jr. getting their first loss. Player of the game is Vladimir Bodnar.
They're saying RIP because I was leaving. Mako's winning 8-1 on the road against OBX. So nice win for Maui. There's your batting for both teams. Looks like Maui outbatted OBX by 7 hits total and 7 runs. Leaf with the win, Kato with the loss. Nakia is your player of the game.
Musha, I'm really glad to hear that. That makes all this worthwhile, going through, doing all these interviews and getting these podcasts and stuff out to find people that find us from there rather than our normal drive is from Reddit. So seeing people come from other sources as well, that's really great.
Yeah, shout out to you, Musha, co-GM of the Mounties. And that's not the only person I now know that joined because of us. Your co-GM in Dallas, LBG, I don't know if you're aware, but he messaged me when he first joined saying he loved the podcast, like Dr. K.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's another one then. And they're both GMs now, so that's pretty cool, getting active members in the community from stuff like that.
Yeah, we didn't get a lot of quantity to join, but clearly we got a lot of quality. So
absolutely. All right, so next game here, Sloss and the Voiders, and Voiders winning here 5-2 over the Sloss, 8-7 in the hits department. Here's your batting. And 3 RBIs for Shu. Pitching for San Antonio, Windsor takes a loss. Sevart the win, several holds, and the bot gets a save. Player of the game is Tom Shu.
Demons winning 6-6. Detroit Demons. This is a division matchup. A lot of blood shed in this matchup last season. Both made the playoffs. 20 hits to 10. Demons batters dominated.
Dinkle
New
with
Demons
6
Scott
RBIs.
Poe having
Wow.
a great preseason, as is Dinkle. Poe, former Supernova for half a season. Mitchell with the win. Dion with the loss. And Dinkle is your player of the game again.
All right, game number 6. Scorpions and the Supernovas. Scorpions winning here, a score of 2-0, 3-hit shutout over the Supernovas. Taking a look at our batting here. Not much going other than 3 hits from McGibbon. Death Valley pitching, Sims gets the win. The bots with some holds in the save. Sarasota, the bot takes the loss, and Stretch McGibbon is your player of the game.
Sea Serpents winning 4-3. Is a champions, both in the Champions Conference, both in the same division in the West. A lot of batters did stuff for Seattle, and a decent amount of batters did things for New Orleans as well. So funny. Bot with the win, right with the loss. Fullman is your player of the game.
And our last Majors quick sim for this sim day. And it is the Toros and the Stars. Stars winning here with a score of 6-1. Only 4 hits for the Toros. Here is your batting. Couple multi-hit games with 2 runs scored from Fry. Pitching-wise, Robert takes the loss for Cancun. Giovanni Sanchez the win for Nashville. And Brandon Fry is your player of the game. And that finishes us off for the Majors, and I think there was no minors for today, so we're going to move on to our next sim day. And we'll go ahead and do a save game here. And we covered the Majors first last sim day, so we're going to do the minors here again. And I'm going to close my eyes when I click this button, just so keep the suspense.
And the Firehawks winning 5-2 against LBG's Dallas Dynamos. A lot of batters did things for California. Some didn't do anything. A lot of batters didn't do anything for Dallas. Just not your day, which is fine in spring training.
Our new batter, Picot So, who's named after Scott Poe, got 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Nice.
Let's see. Thornbody with the win. Williams with the loss. And Picot So is your player of the game.
Sounds like Picasso. Picasso.
Picasso. Thank you.
He's a virtuoso of batting. All right, here we go. And Bears, Wheelers. Bears winning here 2-1 over the Wheelers. 10 hits to 8. Over here on the batting side, 3 hits for Olsen. Pitching for Brew City, Havoc gets the win. Couple holds here. And over on the other side, Taylor gets the loss. Player of the game is Janice Lux.
And the Kingpins win 12-2. Let's see. Yeah, not a lot of things being done by the State College, my alma mater. But Chicago Crush Fam did a lot of stuff on offense. They crushed it. Lemonade with the win. Sylvia with the loss. Sachs Justice of the Kingpins, the runner-up for last season, is your player of the game.
And that takes us to Lemurs and Dillos. Lemurs winning here over the Dillos 4-1, 8 hits to 3. Here's your batting. And a couple multi-hit games. Over on the Dillos side, pitching, the loss for Bear. A win for Jacquard over on Louisville side, and Andrew Myth is your player of the game.
Hebcats winning 10-4. Defending champs taking down the Mounties. A lot of things done, especially by Vlad Batista of KC and Slokening. Smoltz with the dub, Todoroki with the L. Slokening is your player of the game.
And that finishes us off for the minors. Moving now to the majors. And we got a full docket of quick sims here. So we'll get started with the Voyagers and the Vandals. And this one went to extra innings here. 2 in the bottom of the 11th for the Vandals were able to topple the Voyagers. Dylan Hodge hit a walk-off run-scoring single versus Bot. So the Bot gave it up for the Voyagers. Here are your batters. 3 hits, 3 RBIs for Jackie Daytona. Pitching, Bot's taking this blown save and the loss, and for Vancouver, the Bot gets the win. So Bot's all around here. Jackie Daytona is your player of the game.
Oh, sorry about that. Sloss Crabs. Sloss win 14-7. Checking out batting. Sloss bats 14 hits. You bet your daddy that a lot of batters did things, but Providence bats did less things than the San Antonio batters. Rayner with the win. Voss with the loss. Christy Abbott is your player of the game. Dang, I feel bad for Ryan Tyler. When Voss and loss rhyme.
Oh yeah.
You don't want your last name to rhyme with a negative thing.
Right. Sonny Voss takes the loss. Here we go. Game number 3, the Aviators and the Raptors. And let's see here. Aviators win this one with a score of 7-4, 10 hits to 9. Here is your batting. 3 hits, 4 RBIs for Jatchenberg. Pitching. Ian the Igloo with the blown save. Pozo the win. McDonald the save. And Riddle for Boise taking the loss. Player of the game is Arno Jatchenberg.
And the Surge getting the dub at home. Yeah, Spakak had a run scoring single versus Evans early on. And yeah, they ended up getting the dub in the end. Let's see, Buffalo Bats had 10 hits to 8, so by technicality, they did more things than Maui. Rolo gets the win. Evans with the loss. Svanberg is your player of the game.
And I believe this is Spakak's rookie season, isn't it? So, good. Oh no, they were okay. Yeah, first season for the majors. So I think Spakak's going to be a good candidate for rookie of the year. They did really well in the minors last season. All right, let's see here. Game number 5, the Demons and the Rougarous. And Demons win this one a score of 15-8, 16 hits to 14. Taking a look at our batting here, I see 5 RBIs for Richie Bonanza. And wow, 5 RBIs on the other side. Is that 4 walks as well? No way. 2 hits, 2 runs, 5 RBIs, 4 walks for Haywood Dinkle. Haywood Dinkle, gotta be the MVP here. Yes, he is. On the pitching end, Mazeroski taking the loss, Vaughn the win, and of course Haywood Dinkle. The 4 walks and all those RBIs, your player of the game.
Moosey trying to correct you in the chat. You said that Spakak is a contender for rookie of the year. I think you meant last season, right?
Oh, I thought it was their first season in the majors this season.
No, they played last season. They
okay.
Yeah, they finished second behind Benny Rodriguez for rookie of the year.
That's right.
Stars score 2 in the top of the 10th and get the dub in spring training. Good thing this doesn't count, because that would not be good for my Supernovas. But Stars bats definitely did things. They actually technically did less things and still won. That you call that efficient batting, especially comeback Zach with three ribbies. Let's see. A lot of pitchers used, especially Bots, of course, the famous Bots. Thomas Rosedale gets player of the game.
And it's the Master Sheep cashes in, getting 1 million PBE with their 10,000 channel points. Congratulations.
I think Musha was joking. People responded to Musha in the chat.
Oh.
Spakak is not a rookie this season. We can get off LBG now. He's a good guy. Let's not bury him, please.
All right, here we go. Next game, Apex and the Toros. Apex winning here, just barely a 1-run game, 3-2 over the Toros. 10 hits to 3. Taking a look at our batting here, 2 RBIs from Jimbo Slice. Indianapolis pitching, Troy Nohans gets the win. Lots of holes all the way down the line. To McDank getting their save, and Cocoon, Champ McQuack getting a loss, and the player of the game is Eagle Eyes.
Only bury LBG when the Makos lose to the Supernovas. That's when the only time it's allowed. Sea Serpents though winning 6-4. Oh, and obviously when the Swifties beat the Dynamos, which both happen, decently often. Right. 6-4 runs, 9-8 on the hits. So Seattle batters out doing things, out thinging the Scorpions. And wow, look at those bots go. Those bots are really killing it in spring training.
Right.
Sullivan with the win. Farnwood takes the loss. Tyler Colvin is your player of the game.
All right, and comeback Zach getting in on the action too, getting 1 million PBE money with her 10,000 channel points. Congratulations, Zach.
Always lurking, always screenshotting for a specific channel in the Stars server.
Right. And did we cover the miners here as well? I can't remember.
I think we did. Someone tell us. The chat knows best.
Did we cover today's miners games, chat?
I think I remember when you were like when I. Oh yeah, Scott Picasso got player of the game. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's right. All right. So we're gonna move on now to
unless Picasso got player of the game twice.
Let's just take a look here.
Which is not likely.
Okay, it was an off day yesterday, so nothing there. All right, so we're gonna move on now to our next Sunday, and that takes us now to the 29th, and if I believe correctly, the 29th, 30th, 30 days faster. Okay, so 31, 3 days plus the second. So we have 5 more sim days, and we've got 3 games to cover. So we can do a game here, quick sim, do a game, quick sim, and then finish this out with a final game for the night. So we did 2 majors games. We covered the world champion New York Voyagers, and I do see here down here the Hepcats and the Lemurs, who are also in the playoffs. We can do that one as well. What do you think?
We could do whatever you want, whatever chat wants. I prefer you over chat. No offense, chat.
Okay. Well, I just want to make sure we got at least both World Series winners in this one. Okay, so Deep Harm, we did Voyagers and OBX. We did Maui and Vancouver, and now we're picking game number 3. And we have 5 games total. I wanted to do 2 minors and 3 majors games. So I figured out of 2 minors games, we'll do 1 with the Hepcats, and then we'll pick something else after that.
Bro, y'all are too funny. Taking jabs at chat, they're jabbing back.
All right, so we're just going to go ahead and do that. Then we're going to do Kansas City and the Lemurs. And before we get started, let's pull up the matchups. And do we want to do a prediction?
We definitely do.
All right.
Let's see. This is kind of a close matchup. Lemurs ain't no pushover. So let's just do a pick 'em.
It's a 4.5 to a 4.5 here on the batting end. So it's just the only advantage is pitching, and that's a 34 overall versus 33 overall. So there is 1 point of difference between the pitchers and tied in the batting.
Chat is very feral. If you poke it with a stick, we can and will poke back. All right, Hepcats Lemurs as the prediction. Who will win?
Who will win?
Lemurs are at home. Lemurs do get to bat last.
And Lemurs have the advantage at the 1, 2, and 4 spots here. So in a tie at 5th. So it looks like at least in the meat of the lineup, Lemurs do have a slight advantage here batting. We'll see how that goes, but slight advantage pitching for the Hepcat. Slight advantage, even though it says tied here. Lemurs with the better batters further up the lineup. Very close. I'm just going to say, just because Enoch has just been on such a roll the past 2 seasons, that I love the Lemurs and all, but I think the Hepcats are going to win this one personally. That's my prediction. Take it with a grain of salt, everybody. But
yeah, people dumping their bank accounts into this game. Shout out to spring training. The games don't count, but hey, the predictions do.
Wow.
So
what are we at? Like 40,000 now? Yeah, 40,000 points.
Yeah,
there's like 4 million PBE bucks on the line here.
Forrest Gump. Oh, that was Mike throwing down a bunch of money on his Hepcats. He's here and in the flesh. Welcome, Mike.
Nice.
Deep Harm. Lots of things being noted in chat today. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. It's always a good thing when you're in chat, Deep Harm.
All right, so it looks like a 2-to-1 advantage here, Hepcats.
Yeah, so Lemurs bettors looking for a big payout.
All right, well, here we go. Starting off with Harrison Justice is going to lead us off for the Hepcats here in feature game number 3. And Kansas City up first. Oh, what a diving play by a third baseman, but the arm was not strong enough, and that's going to be an infield single. Runner going to second, and that'll be a steal for Justice. Count Dracula, one down the right field line here, and that's going to be an RBI double from Count Dracula. Slokening now. Wait, okay, yeah, I was going to say. Slokening. Shortstop gets that one, throws across. Runner does move it to third base. McDonald Jr. Line drive to the shortstop, and that's going to retire the side. Runner did not score, and it's going to be 2-0 now, bottom of the first. Lemur's up. And Roderick has got the fourth. Oh, that was out number 3, okay. Now it's over the other side. Lemur's up. Fly ball, left field, out number 1 for Myth. O'Houlihan now. Towards the gap, right side, but that is caught by the center fielder. Burrow. Line drive to first baseman, runs over, makes the play, and that'll retire the side. 1-2-3 inning for the Lemurs. Kansas City up by 2, top of the second they go. This is going to be a fly out to left field, and Cruz is out. Batista now. Batista will be patient and take the walk there. Lynn to the second baseman, but they do not go back from second base to first. Runner is on first. Pitcher goes to first, gets the fielder's choice, makes the play, and that'll retire the side. Bottom of the second we go now. Lemurs, towering shot towards right field, and that is out of here. And cleanup hitter Ramirez getting it done with the single run blast, and that now makes the score
Out of the
1-0.
park.
Something just closed on my computer on my other screen here. Just a second. There we go. Alright, so sorry about that. Something messed up on my computer, but that's fixed out, and we're going to get a fly out here to center field, and that will finish us off. Oh, we're at the top of the third now with Hummuscott.
Oh, we're here, and that's a ground out for Justice. And 1 out, nobody on for Count Dracula. Couldn't beat out the throw, so that's 2 outs. And a ground out to end the top of the third. We'll go bottom of the third in a tight ball game. It's a strikeout for McGee. Thank you for skipping through those walks to the dugout. That's a fly out for out number 2. Oh, wait, he dropped it.
Oh, he did?
Oh,
yes.
And that was costly.
Whoa.
Because now that's a 2-run shot instead of a 1-run shot. And instead of tying the game, Louisville takes the lead. Wait a minute. Wait just a doggone second. OTP tried to get one past me, but couldn't. That's a strikeout. And that's going to be deep in left field. That's gone for Miles Burrow. What is going on? What a crazy inning. The inning should be over, but that drop in right field extended the inning, and now it's just chaos here in the bottom of the third. Wow. Sorry for saying wow a lot, but
wow.
That's in the gap for Sassafras the third. And runners on second and third.
Oh, boy.
And a walk for O'Sullivan. So Forrest Gump, who's Tampa Tarpons here in the chat, walks in the run. Great eye. Look, and I love how you put it in the bottom left like I do. Oh, and that's in the left field. Drops one in front of the left fielder, and the run will score. Scores 2 on that one. It's 7-2 Lemurs. And this game has opened up. Barney Turbo in to finish the inning, but wow. 6 runs, a lot of them unearned. Strikeout from Bobby McDonald McJr. We've done it before, Musha. Maybe it was before your time. And that's a base hit in right field for Cruz. Batista with a fly ball and a fly out. And wow. I'm keep saying wow just because that error really messed with me. But we saw one in the Tahini Classic that was interesting. And that's a base hit for Myth. Myth with a stolen base and swipes it cleanly. So O'Houlihan drawing a walk. So looking like they're going to add insult to injury. The 1, the 4, but not the 3. And a strikeout way inside. And a strikeout looking down in the zone. Beautiful pitch. We'll go top of the 5th now. Flynn lining out. Fens striking out. Gold saying, wow. Justice dropping one in left field. Justice going for 2. Throw is late. In there safely. And Dracula may bring home a runner. And does. It's 7-3 Lemurs. Hubcats trying to climb back. And that's a fly out to end the inning by Slokening. O'Sullivan now. O'Sullivan, taking advantage. Doesn't take advantage of. Okay, never mind. Does reach safely. So it's an error by Bobby McDonald Jr.
Right.
But it won't matter because we got the 6-4-3 double play by Forrest Gump. So McGee now. Diddle McGee. Diddle grounding out. First baseman, nice play. So top of the 6th we go. Bobby McDonald Jr. had the error. Sends that one over the wall to make up for it. And it's 7-4 now. Hepcats staging a comeback. No outs. Scott the 4th drawing a walk. And the 4-6-3 double play puts a damper on this comeback. So now Batista, Vladdy, they call him MVTista, but he grounded out. So not MVP type performance there. That's a strikeout from Cuevas for out number 1. Andrew Myth, Randy Myth's new player, flies out for out number 2. So O'Houlihan, that's in front of the center fielder. Interesting play on the ball there. Probably knew he wasn't going to make the grab and decided just to get behind it. And that's ripped into left field for a base hit. And an RBI. Lemurs dominating 2-out magic here. And the 6-4 fielder's choice ends the bottom of the 6th, but Lemurs dominating. And a pop out for the first out for Flynn. Fens draws one in center for a base hit. Now 1 for 3 in the ball game. Montroy, pinch hitter. The 5-4-3 double play ends the inning. Hepcats can't catch a break. Down by a lot. Lemurs looking to add some insurance. Because insurance is important in this country. That's a fly out for out number 1. And that's a base hit for O'Sullivan. We got a pitching change. Mosley in now. Tarpin's almost grounded to another double play. That would have been good. And a ground out from McGee ends the bottom of the 7th. Couple innings left. LBG, maybe a comeback?
Maybe. 4 runs to go. We'll see here. Kansas City, number 2 batter, Count Dracula's up. And this is going to be a fly out to left field for out number 1. Slokening to the second baseman. Throws across out number 2. McDonald Jr. to the second baseman again. And a 1-2-3 inning here for KC. Only 3 outs remain to try and get back in this game. Can the Lemurs pad their lead here? And that's a dribbler shortstop. Oh, what a weird play. The ball just barely rolled to him. And then when the shortstop threw it, he was threw it at hyperspeed almost and made the play. And a strikeout here. 2 outs, and this is going to be a fly out to center field, and that's going to retire the side. Last chance here. Hepcats, middle of their lineup. Scott the 4th, and that's in the gap in center, and that's going to be a base hit here to start us off. Cruz. No outs, 1 on. This is going to be a fly out to left field. 1 out now, and that'll bring up Batista. And the first baseman going out to the outfield makes a play. Last chance here. Flynn, pass ball. Runner goes to second.
Fumble bumble.
Flynn, line drive to left field, and that is going to do it as the Lemurs hold on here to win over the Hepcats with a score of 8-4, 10 hits to 8. 2 errors on the Hepcat side. Looking at our batting here, several multi-hit games, a lot of players with 2 RBIs each. I see 6 players with 5 players with 2 RBIs each. Kansas City pitching, Davies taking the loss here for Louisville. Shinapi getting their second win, and Miles Burrow getting player of the game.
Oh, let me score that bet. Sorry, I was doing commish things for a bit.
Lemurs, who were down 2-1, ended up winning. So nice payout for the Lemurs.
Lemur's Betters got that big payout coming their way, and I just sent it over. Wheelers, Wheels Up, beating the Dynamos 4-2. Dynamos getting all their losses out in spring training,
Right.
planning on going 108-0 in the regular season.
Absolutely.
9-7. So Anchorage definitely did more things, but maybe Dallas will do things in the regular season. Assassin with the win, Williams with the loss. Juice Bruce is your player of the game.
And that takes us to our next game, the Firehawks and the Swifties. And Swifties winning this one 8-6, 14 hits to 12. Here's your batting. And I see a couple 3-hit games here. California pitching, Grimes taking the loss. Strikeout taking the win. Several holds all the way down to T2 getting their second save. Player of the game is Lefty Reagan.
Here we go. Bears win 5-1, 14-7 on hits. So winning when it doesn't count. The Bears, that's the Bears special. I'm kidding. Just having fun. 14-7 on hits. So Bears definitely did a lot of things on offense. Only gave up that run. And Kozak with the win. LGM gets the loss. And Underrated, the name that I chose.
Nice.
Is your player of the game. Yep, I earned it because
That's
I
right.
bought it. I bought
the
that
auction.
name from charity.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yep.
Who is Tampa Tarpons?
That's Forrest Gump.
Forrest
for the
Gump, okay.
Lemurs.
Well,
Yeah.
Forrest Gump, congratulations, getting $2 million PBE off your betting on your own team.
Yes, sir.
All right, and who was that? That was Amarillo, Bruce City. So that takes us now to Mounties and the Kingpins. And I guess you did the last one. Mounties winning this one. Score of 3-2 over the Kingpins. 6 hits to 10. Here's your batting. Only single hits for Kingston. I see a couple 3-hit games over on the Chicago side. Kingston pitching, Kagamine getting their first win. Several holds, and Throwing Man the save. Chicago, D'Alcott. What is D'Alcott's first name? Rafael D'Alcott. Getting their first loss. Player of the game is Crozier McCoy. And we just watched that one, so that finishes us off for the minors. Moving on to the majors now.
Here we go. 4-2 win for Buffalo over Boise. 7-5 on hits. Buffalo over Boise. So Buffalo definitely doing things in the spring training games. Corcoran got the start. Bott with the win. Law with the save. Chank Daly gets the loss. And Scary Terry is your player of the game.
Takes us to game number 2, the Makos and the Sloss, and the Makos get another win here. A score of 4-3 over the Sloss, just barely pulling it out, 12 hits to 7. Here's your batting, and I see a 4-for-4 from Philip Stein over on the Maui side. Nice hitting by Stein. Pitching for San Antonio, in relief, the Bot takes the loss. And on the other side, several holds with Cooper Casey taking the win and first blown save of the season. Player of the game is Philip Stein.
OBX getting the win 5-3 over Vancouver. Scoring a lot of those runs toward the end. 6 hits to 6. Did it in less at-bats, so efficient hitting by OBX. And a lot of pitchers used. Bot got the win and the save, 2 different bots. And the Bot did all the bad things for Vancouver in pitching-wise.
Right.
Rogers did nothing bad, gave up no runs, but there goes the Bots, just ruin it for everybody. Sack Lodge, though, the losing team gets player of the game.
And that takes us to game number 4, the Crabs and the Voiders. And the Voiders win again here at the score of 9-4, 10 hits to 11. Here's your batting. And I see 2 hits, 3 RBIs for Barbados Slim. Providence pitching, Murley in relief gets the loss and blown save. And for New York, the Bot takes the win and blown save, and the Bot getting the hold. And player of the game is John Camden. Let's see here. Takes us to this one.
Oh, sorry about that. Demons win 8-3. Demons having a great spring so far. Let's see. 13 to hits to 7. So Detroit definitely. The D in Detroit stands for doing things. Carsey with the win. Ratatouille with the loss. And Stretch Armstrong for Detroit is your player of the game.
Game number 6, the Rougarous and the Toros, and I really do like that new Rougarous. It's a lot more contrast. The other one was kind of a darker color. This one's more bright. I like that one better.
Mm-hmm.
Rougarous winning this one over the Toros, a score of 13-8, 9 hits to 11, getting 13 runs off of only 9 hits. 2 errors on their side too. There must have been a lot of walks in this one. Let's see, for New Orleans, 14 walks. Wow, 14 walks from Cancun. Here's your batting. Several 3 RBI games here. Over on the pitch again for Cancun, Roshi taking the loss and blown save. For New Orleans, Jose 43 gets their first win. Player of the game is J.R. Cook.
And the Sea Serpents destroying my Supernovas, scoring 7 in the bottom of the 5th. Probably a bot, you would hope. And there goes your batting. 17 hits for Seattle against 12 of Sarasota. So Seattle, you're slipping by with those hits. Maddox Jr. got the start. Straight Gas Homie got the win. Lagoose did give up 4, so humans were responsible for this loss. And Davis Campbell of Seattle is your player of the game.
In our final majors game for this sim day, and that is the Stars and the Apex. Stars winning here with a score of 8-2, 9 hits to 3, 3 errors on the Apex side. Here's your batting. And it looks like I see 3 walks from Fry over there. Indianapolis, Dogwood Maple taking the loss, and for Nashville, Taylor Johnson getting the win. Player of the game is Zach Johnson. And that's going to do it for, I believe, this sim day, because we just watched this one down here, didn't we? Yes, we did. All right, so moving on now, and that takes us now to the 30th. So we have 4 more days remaining here, and what I'd like to do real quick is I want to pull up the schedule here for the Surge, and I want to take a look at who they have remaining for these next couple days. So they have the Vandals, OBX. I was hoping to see if they had Seattle here, to see if we could get a Surge Seattle game to finish this out, but it does not look like that's the case. So we have 1 more Minors game to do and 1 more Majors game to do with 4 days to go. So let's go take a look here at what we got available. Actually, let's do Minors for today. Let's take a look at the Minors. And so we did Hepcats Lemurs. Let's do
Mounties on stream, please, says Musha. California.
Mounties versus Firehawks. That's a good thought. Anyone else? Firehawks Mounties? I was thinking maybe Dillo's Wheelers, but I'll be happy to do Mounties Firehawks as well. Give you a couple more seconds to get your votes in there, chat.
Chat now or forever hold your peace. Minor League HO here. Okay. Mounties should go.
Yeah, it looks like it's pretty
looking
unanimous.
Like Firehawks Mounties.
All right.
Everybody else is just here for the screenshots and the free channel points.
So let's pull up the matchups while we talk about our prediction.
Oh, let's do it. How many hits have we been seeing in spring training games? I haven't been keeping tally.
Well, we can take a look here. Let me go back. We'll go back a day. Let's see here. We had 9-7, 7-14, 8-10. What do we have over here? 6-10 and 14-12. So it looks like it's around maybe 16, 17 hits, something like that. 16 hits on average.
I'll do 19.5 for funsies.
All right, 19.5.
Because I saw that one game up in the top right.
Oh, yeah.
26.
Yeah. I might get close to that. Yeah, you're right.
Yes, sir. So over under 19.5 hits. You got 1 minute starting now.
And while that's going on, let's take a look at the matchups here. We've got, 6 for Firehawks here, 2 for Mounties, and a tie. But the Mounties had the advantage here in pitching with Kegamin versus Jash Maxon. That sounds like a bot name. Jash Maxon. Is Smash Jackson remake, I guess? The Smash Jackson remake?
Yes, that's W. Shive, former
W.
HO
Shive.
member.
That's right.
Formerly Smash Jackson. He helped us do the ARC reworks, the original ones, not the recent ones. The OG ARC reworks did a great job with that.
Nice.
Amazing to see him back. We thought he may never come back, so that was a great day when I saw he recreated. Love that dude. We've been talking to him since. So.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's take a look at our timer here, see how we're doing. And it looks like we're closed here with 58% for under and only 42%. And it looks like here we have about 5,000 channel points up for grabs. So good luck to everybody. We're going to go ahead and get started here with, who do we got first? Baden Bougie. Baden Bougie coming up to bat for the Firehawks to start us off.
California.
And off we go, and we get a daytime game. Nice. And to start us off, that's going to be right up the center, past the center fielder. Was not playing in position there or something. I got past him, and that's going to be a leadoff double here for Bougie. Encarnacion, and that's going to be a base hit. Runner coming home, and an RBI single here for Encarnacion. That's going to get us started 1-0 California. And a flyout to the second baseman from Barker, from Beverwinkle. And going to second, and they're going to be safe, and Encarnacion gets the steal there. Fly out to center field. Runner does not tag. Past the first baseman. This is going to be another RBI single here. So coming home, and he is safe. 4 straight, getting another one on the board. 2-0 now. Over the shortstop's head, and Slaseco is able to get on base. Now we have runners at first and second. And that's going to drop for a base hit. And Juice's base now. Stern. And Stern strikes out, leaving all 3 runners stranded. But California gets 2 on the board, moving now to the bottom of the first. Kingston. And we're going to get a walk here from Dupp. Dupp going for the steal, and they're going to make it. Runner now in scoring position for Rizzo. And they get the runner first, but the runner advances. And that's going to drop in front of the right fielder, and that will be a RBI single for Anita Fartinghouse.
Shout out to the sports fan.
Bifugian. And that one's hit to the first baseman, throws across, makes the play, and gets the out. Retires the side. Towering shot towards left field, and that is going to be caught at the warning track for out number 1. Another fly out, this one going towards center field a little bit more, but the left fielder makes that play and retires the side, and it is now bottom of the second, 2-1. And what a play by the left fielder, bouncing up against the wall almost to make that catch. Out number 1, and this is going to be a fly out to the infield. 2 outs now. Yuppers now coming up. Yuppers striking out, and we move to the top of the third, 2-1 California with Hummus God.
And people were riding off the bet as if the over was automatically going to hit because there's 6 hits early, but still plenty of time left. Don't count your chickens before the eggs hatch. And that's out number 1. Out number 2 is coming right up. That's a Beverwinkle fly out. And out number 3, nope, just kidding. That's going to be a base hit for 4 straight. And a grounder. Fielder's choice out at second. So we'll go bottom of the third. Kingston down a run. And that's going to be hit hard. Ooh.
Nice play.
Sweet sliding grab by 4 straight. Cena Jr. grounds out. Stand up. Stand up, flies out, and they go down 1, 2, 3. So Grimes Jr., my teammate in the SCFSL, grounds out. Stern now. Striking out, looking.
Hey, what's up, Shu?
What up, Shu? Happy B-Day.
Right.
Yeah. We're coming up on his real birthday, August. That's a strikeout for Bungo Lulingo.
It'd just be another birthday for him, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I had this idea of not talking to him on his real birthday. That's a grounder. Oh, hit really hard. That's an infield hit for Anita Fartinghouse. Great piece of hitting.
Shunning him for the day.
Bay by Fuglian. Yeah, that'd be fun. That's a line out from Woof Ruff. Frank, near the warning track, but that's caught for out number 3.
Wow.
Kingston was threatening, but left 2 on base. So we'll go top of the 5th. Bad and Bougie, Firehawks legend, veteran. That's going to be a fly out for out number 1. Encarnacion lines it straight to the left fielder for out number 2. James Barker. James Barker flying up, flying out. Just like that. 1, 2, 3, pitching change. Thaddy Brenson. Yuppers, who was with us in chat, if I remember correctly. That's a ground out. Kyle Bryant striking out. Rob Cena Jr. I thought he already made a Rob Cena Jr. Wouldn't this be the 3rd? And that's a strikeout?
Yes, I was thinking about that too.
Thank you, yeah.
It should be like Rob Cena the 3rd or something.
Right. Maybe we'll make a concession, an exception in head office if he wants it. It's Babe Bufflin. Okay. Whatever I just said. Hey, I just look at the screen and say the words on it. If they come out weird, that's your fault. Okay. And a bobbled ball, but they're going to call that an infield single for Grimes Jr. Stern lining out for out number 3. Not trying to be rude, just trying to be funny. That's a ground out. It's not like we pay you for this or anything. True. Right. I'm getting a nice little 2 mil. Ooh, okay. Nice sliding grab in center from that was 4 straight and a base hit for Fartinghouse. So let me read the screen. Babe Bufflin. Okay. Oh, that's a stolen base for Fartinghouse. Babe Bufflin.
Babe Bufflin.
That's going to be an RBI for Babe Bufflin, the Babe. I mean, come on. Are you going to fault me for saying Bifuglian? Look how it's spelled.
Right.
And that's a ground out to the pitcher from Woof Ruff, which is much easier to say than Babe Bufflin. And we'll go top of the 7th.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's deep, but going to be caught the warning track. Lulingo flies out, so Bad and Bougie. Bad and Bougie with the fly out. Is that a real golfer's name? Probably is. Encarnacion grounds out. And that ends the top of the 7th. We'll go bottom of the 7th. Frank starting us off with a single. So Yuppers, nope, strikes out. Bryant striking out as well. So Thaddy Brenson trying to end this inning.
We need 8 more hits for the overs.
Yep, and that helps. That's a Rob Cena Jr. single. Advancing the runner to 3rd, sliding in head first. Montgomery, fly ball, left fielder jogs out for the grab, and LBG.
And here we go. 13 hits on the boards now. 14. Runner first. And we're going to get a walk here. 2 runners on now for 4 straight. 4 straight to the second baseman, but they do not go to from the shortstop to first base. Runners at the corners. And past the second baseman, that's going to be an RBI. Runners at the corners again. Grimes
5
Jr.
more hits.
5 more hits. Grimes Jr. And Grimes Jr. walk. We now have juices based for Stern. Sawyer Stern. And Stern striking out. 2 outs. Lulingo striking out, and that's going to leave all 3 runners stranded. Inning and a half to go, and we are at 15 hits here. 5 to go. With Kingston being down, we'll still get a couple hits maybe in the bottom of the 9th to help it out, but there's going to be another hit right there. 4 to go as a runner goes to first, and he's going to go try and steal, and they're going to make it. And another walk. And now we have 2 runners on. Runner going to 3rd, and they're going to get the steal. Runners at the corners now. Ringo Starr. They get the runner at 2nd, but the runner comes home to score. It is tie game now. And a strikeout. And that's going to
Jeez.
retire the side with the runner stranded. Tie game now. California, top of the order. Bougie to the shortstop. Throws across. Out number 1. Encarnacion. Strikes out looking. 2 outs now for Barker.
Oof in
Barker.
the chat.
Through the gap in center. And that's going to be 3 hits to go. Runner going to second. And they're going to be stealing base here for Barker. And towering shot towards right field. That is caught. That's going to retire the side. 3 hits to go. Tie game. May we go to extra innings to break the over-under? We'll see here. Through the gap in center. 2 hits to go. And that's a leadoff hit for Yuppers. This one to the second baseman and the shortstop. And they do get the 4-6-3 double play. 1 out remaining. 2 hits to go. To the third baseman, throws across, gets the play, and the unders are going to have it. As we're still going.
Game's
here.
not over. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're in the
that's
top
right.
of the 10th. I'm taking over 4 straight. So the under's still alive, but not looking good because it's extras. Sloth Seiko, Jose Sloth Seiko, drawing a walk. Shout out to Slothface, new player. Grimes Jr. Grimes Jr. with the 4, the 6, but not the 3. 2 outs for Stern, and it's not a hit because it was a fielder's choice.
All right.
And they went hitless in this inning. So unders maybe look good if they can get a walk-off here. Strikeout for Montgomery. Will Duncan end it with a solo walk-off for the unders? They won't. So 2 outs for Yorkan. Yorkan can't make it in time. So top of the 11th, LBG, your turn.
And Firehawks back up to bat. Lulingo hitting the first baseman. Out number 1. Top of the order again, Bougie. Strikes out looking then, and Encarnacion. And they're going to take a walk. Barker now with 1 on, 2 outs. Tapper in the infield. This might be 19. No, they get him in time. The pitcher throwing and getting the play done, leaving the runner stranded. Still down by 2 on the unders here. And there it is, 1 to go. 1 to go as we get a leadoff base hit here.
Babe Bufflin.
Babe Bufflin, star coming up now, pitching change. And that's going to be a fly to right field. 2 outs to go. Latavius Jackson in. This one to the third baseman, throws across, and that did not get it, and that is 20.
There it is.
And the Overs win with 20 hits in overtime, extra innings. And
Never
that's
a
going to be a
doubt.
fly out to the pitcher. 2 on, 2 out. And the second baseman makes a play, retires the side. Here we go. 12
I'll
innings.
score the bet after my 12th. Here we go. Top of the 12th. Remember, Winkle, that bet for the overs, that never doubted it all game. They were confident. It was never in doubt. That's a ground out from 4 straight. And still a tie ball game here in the 12th. And we'll go all night if we have to. And that's Sloth Seiko getting a 2-out single. And a fly ball from Grimes Jr. flies out near the warning track. So Cena Jr. on the bottom of the 12th. I demand a recount. A fly out from Cena Jr. Montgomery now. Montgomery deep in left field. And it's over. Kingston wins in the 12th from
Out
a
of the
solo
park.
shot. Barely cleared the wall. 361 feet. What a crazy game here in spring training. Giving us a treat. Thank you both teams for giving it your all. And wow, what a crazy game.
And thank you for everybody in chat for
Montgomery.
suggesting this one. Great game to watch.
Mount up in the chat. I want to see Mount up in the chat. A walk-off solo shot in left field. Barely cleared the wall. What a crazy game.
Absolutely. And 4-3, final score here on this one. 11 hits for both teams. Let's take a look at our batting here. 3 hits for Sloth Seiko. Pitching-wise for California in relief, Branson blown save, Jackson the loss. And for Kingston in relief, Parsons the win. Player of the game is Anita Fartinghouse. All right, so that is our 4th feature game complete. So now we have just 1 feature game and 3 days left after today to go through. So we're going to take a look at the schedule after we finish the rest of these scores, and we'll let Scott get the Swifties one here.
Here we go. Swifties winning. Wow, 1-0 in the bottom of the 10th. Love We love
Nice.
Love. Love hit a walk-off run-scoring single against Timmy. And this is the LBG Hummus matchup. 7 hits to 5. There's your batting. Looks like Love did some stuff on offense. Sit away, got the start. Hugh Belong with Me got the win. Timmy got the loss. Will Love gets the player of the game.
And that takes us to the Hepcats and the Bears. And Hepcats win here with a score of 10-7, 15 hits to 10, 3 errors total between the teams. Here is your batting. And I see 3 hits, 3 RBIs for defense down there at the bottom. Over on the pitching end for Kansas City, Bird Whistle taking their first win, a couple holds in relief, and Mosley getting their first save. With Brew City in relief, Bumbles taking their first off. Player of the game is defense. And defense, what do you have there again? 3 hits, 3 RBIs. And that takes us to this one.
Oh, sorry about that. I was looking at Discord. Look at that. In the top of the 10th, Dilla scored 8 to get the dub, 9-1. Erupted, kind of erupted in a volcanic fashion.
In the 10th, yeah. 8 runs in the 10th.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how they won. Pretty crazy. And there's batting. 5 ribbies for somebody on Amarillo. And a lot of pitchers. That was McGee. Fiddle McGee. And pitchers were used. Both teams actually used pitchers in this game. Confirmed. And Fiddle McGee from Amarillo is your player of the game.
And that takes us to, we watched that one, and here we go. Kingpins and Lemurs. Kingpins beating the Lemurs here, a score of 2-1. Another close 1-run game here, 6-5 in the hits department. Here is your batting. I see 2 multi-hit games from both sides. On the pitching end, Bell taking the win with Pocket the hold and Nixon the save. And for Louisville in relief, Przivka getting their first loss of blown save. Player of the game is Hudson Lane. And that finishes us off for the minors. Taking a look at the majors.
And there we go. 15-1 OBX over the Voy Boys. This is a deeply rooted rivalry over many seasons in the PBE. Some spring training action, and OBX definitely did way more things than New York did on offense. That's for sure. And looks like pitchers were used in this game from both teams. Funk with the win, Crocodile with the loss. Tex Walker from OBX, M's Faith, having a good spring, gets player of the game.
Game number 2, the Sloss and the Raptors. Sloss winning here with a score of 5-1, 9 hits to 8. Looking at our batting, couple multi-hit games on both sides. I see 3 hits, 2 RBIs for pork chop sandwiches. Boise pitching, Waller taking the loss, Rose for San Antonio the win, the bot the hold, and player of the game is Raven Knox.
Oh, here we go. Maui, Providence. Providence getting the Dibbity dub 6-2 at home. Crucis Camden, bottom of the 4th, did some things on offense. And a lot of players did things for Providence. And pretty much most of the team for Maui didn't do anything. Knight Rider picks up the loss. Gonzalez with the win. Crucis Giannis, player of the game. Sorry, LBG. Your ERA looks like mine. Hey,
Yeah, right.
we're getting our bad play out in spring training. So
absolutely. Versus my old Dynamo to former teammate. Ouch. Player of the game. All right. So let's see here. What are we at now? Ah, right here. Surge and the Vandals, and Surge winning this one a score of 4-2 over the Vandals, getting 9 in the top of the 9th inning. All of their runs came late. Looking at batting here, couple multi-hit games. Wow, 3 over here on this side. Looks like a 3-run home run from Spakak. Buffalo, Kyle Pellinger Jr. no decision. Bot gets the win. Bot gets a hold on the other side, and Alex Johnson gets the 2 seasons now. Okay. First loss, first blown save. Player of the game is Spakak. And that takes us to game number 5.
Here we go. Apex getting the dub. Wow, 16-2. Probably two of the best teams in the Champions Conference. This time, the Apex did a lot of things. New Orleans didn't really do much in terms of doing things. And Dion, wow, now a starter. Okay.
Nice.
Upgrade your life, son. Gets the win. First win of the spring. Getty takes the loss. Jody Groundball is your player of the game. Nameless Nate.
Via Getty. Wow, look at all these people over 10. A lot of pitchers over 10. Okay. Let's see here. That takes us to Demons and the Supernovas, and Demons win just barely 7-6 over the Supernovas. 9-11 hits wise. 3 errors for both teams. Here's your batting. 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors from Scott Poe. Wow, 4 hits, 2 hits, 4 RBIs for Ben Stackenpaper. Pitching, Brady in relief for Detroit gets the win, with the bot getting the save. Diglett to hold, Bill DeHill to blown save, and Leon getting their first loss of preseason. Excuse me. Ben Stackenpaper is your player of the game.
And the Toros getting the dub over the Scorpions. The third and the fifth, Esposito doing things on offense in a big way, hitting 2 bombs in this one. Probably going to be your Pog, but there goes your batting. And Flowers, Gunk, Bot. For only 3 pitchers. Got to be the lowest I've seen all day. Death Valley used a ton of pitchers. 4 of their bots. And Esposito, the obvious player of the game, hitting 2 dingers.
And our final game for this sim day, the Stars and the Sea Serpents. And Stars winning here 3-1 over the Sea Serpents. Excuse me, 5 hits for both teams. Here's your batting. Looks like only 1 multi-hit batter the whole game, and that was Ian Fullman. Nashville pitching, Sig Ripper in relief gets a win. Bot gets a hold. McFlorida on the save, and Smoochy Dart in relief gets a loss for Seattle. Player of the game is Brandon Fry. Alright, so that does it for this sim day. We have 3 sim days remaining here, and we only have 1 feature game to go. So let's take a look at the majors games for tomorrow. And we're going to pick a game out of this one, and then quick sim the last 2 days. So let's see here. We've got Makos and Voiders. We've already watched both of those teams already. We've watched the Vandals already. Let's see here. We've got the Crabs and the Raptors. That might be interesting. We already saw the Aviators, Supernovas, and the Toros. Who's starting for Arcadis Garcia for the Supernovas? I was hoping we'd see an Austin Bentley start there. In fact, let's do that. Let's check for that. Let's go over here, and we're going to look.
I just pitched, so I don't think I'm going to pitch again. First, you said there's 3 sim days left?
Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. Sarasota. So we have Torkelton, and then the final sim day. Where is Sarasota? There it is. And then Shifty Lagoose. So yeah, so it looks like we just missed being able to sim you. All right, so we're going to pick something else here. Let's take a look. Supernovas, Toros. We have Apex Scorpions. That's another interesting one. Sea Serpents and the Demons. And the Riggers and the Stars. So out of all these here, the only one we're going to discount is the Aviators one, since we've seen Aviators already. But these 5 other matches here, I think Voyagers are up here. Yeah, here they are on this one. So we've already seen that one. So we're going to pick from these 5, discounting the top right one. Let me know out of these 5 ones here, which ones would you guys like to see for our final match for tonight? No Toros. Let us know, chat.
1 vote for the Demons.
Demons vote.
Indy got a vote. Crabs Raptors got a vote. Looks like a 3-way tie so far. Who's going to break the tie? Cancun. So literally every matchup is
right.
Alrighty.
All right.
Lucy said he didn't want to see his own pitcher pitch Leo Robert, but I want to see Leo Robert pitch because I've seen Leo Robert go off.
All right.
Any game is fine with me. Inker Bell, nice.
Let's do Toros and Supernovas then. What do you think? Sound good?
Yeah, I want to see Leo Robert pitch. Plus, I want to see my teammates on offense.
All right, so we're going to do for our final feature match tonight, the Supernovas and the Toros. And while we take a look at our matchups, we're going to come up with our last prediction. What do you think our prediction should be for our last game, Hummus?
What does chat think?
Point
The
differential.
more games we do, the more points we
home
I've never
runs?
done that.
You never done
Run
point
differential? Like final
Yeah.
run differential?
Final run differential.
Okay, let's
Like
see.
over under on the run differential.
Who are the two teams?
Supernovas,
Toros?
Yeah, Supernovas, Toros. Supernovas are the advantage there on the offense. Maybe 3.5.
Whoa, I don't think we're gonna blow them out that bad.
You don't? Okay, 2.5.
Spring training. The
1.5?
Fug is really good, actually. We'll do 2.5.
2.5.
Let's do 1.5. I don't want to be, I think it's going to be close.
Come on, Moosey. This is going to be fun. A lot of fun. You'll have fun.
Robert's great. Robert's going to dominate us. So over under 1.5 final run differential in the final score.
All right. So we're going to let that go, and we're going to pull up the matchups here and take a look. And ouch. Was not expecting that, but yeah, this might counter into your decisions here. What you're going to pick for your predictions, as the Supernovas all the way down the board have the advantage. And
I bet you everyone's going over. Yep.
Pretty big.
Yeah, Toros are still rebuilding, but and we have Fug pitching, one of the best pitchers. Yeah, maybe it should have been higher. You're right. I should have listened to you.
That's okay. The overs are going to make a lot of money. That's for sure. Let's see how that's going. By the way, 100% on the overs.
I see the unders bending a little bit.
There we go. Somebody's stuck in 150.
Yeah.
And right at the last second, somebody got in another 2,000 or 3,000 there, and it is now 7.6K to 177. So 98% of you think that we're going to be over 1.5 runs scored on this one. We're going to find out.
Run differential. So like the final score is going to be separated by over 1.5.
Yeah, so it's got to be two runs or more between them for the overs to win. All right, before I do that, let's just go ahead and do another save game there just to be sure, and we'll go back down here, and here we go. Final feature game of spring training day number 1, the Supernovas versus the Toros, with Red Arrow is going to start us off. And Red Arrow strikes out to get us going here. J Doctor up now. J Doctor to the shortstop, throws across, out number 2, Farley Hank, and this is going to be a fly out to left field. 1-2-3 inning for Supernovas as Cancun comes up now. To the first baseman, throws to the pitcher, out number 1. Drozdoff, and Drozdov's going to fly out to left. 2 outs now. Will Fisher. Fisher strikes out looking. 1-2-3 inning, still no hits, top of the second. Supernovas, and this is going to be a fly out to left field, and Bogashu's going to get out, and that'll bring up Carter. Carter to the second baseman, 2 outs now. And looks like Crashwagon's getting some stamina issues here, getting tired. No reserve catchers for him, so Crashwagon. And is that an inside the park home run for Carlos Crashwagon?
Oh!
No way. Let's get the animation
park.
for that one going.
Ha ha ha.
Wow.
Crash that wagon, baby.
Okay. Well, that'll retire the side as we now move to the bottom of the second. Sarasota with the inside the park home run from Carlos Crashwagon. And that's going to be a fly out to right field, out number 1. This one to the first baseman, out number 2.
Inside the park, not out of the park. Animation was incorrect.
And shortstop gets that one. 1-2-3 inning. Top of the third we go. Sarasota up by 1 with Hummuscott.
Here we go. Top of the third. Underbetter's looking good so far. Troy Dominic. Oh, that's against the wall in center field. Troy Dominic having a spring. Make that a double. A leadoff 2-bagger. So Red Arrow Red Arrow with a pop-up. Nice range by the second baseman. That was Kalian, former Dynamo. J Doctor, new face of the Supernovas, striking out. Christian Yelich render. Farley Hank. Farley Hank says goodbye to that baseball. That's over the wall in left field.
Out of
It's
the
3-0 Sarasota. And now the overbetter's looking real good. Bogescu. 2-out rally here. And will that be over the center fielder? It is. Oh, just kidding. It was caught. Ace Carter flies out. Ace Carter not having a good spring. And Kalian grounds out to the first baseman. And a fly ball in left. Nice grab by the left fielder, Farley Hank. And a base hit ripped into right field by Wallaby Hickams, a rookie. A call up from the Dillos to Steve Rogers. Grounder ground out. And that ends the bottom of the third. We'll go top of the fourth. Mr. Inside the Park himself flies out. Io Torrent lining out to right, not having a good spring. Junie Panda lines out to center, and they go down in order. So Toro's bat's trying to come back in this game to help the underbetters. Ground out from Drozdov, Will Fisher. Striking out, swinging. And you're totally right, LBG. I should never listen to myself on these bets. Sometimes I'll set a good over-under. But you had a good idea. Oh, maybe not. 2-out magic for the Toros. LaFleur in the good gap. Runner coming home. Runner in there safely. And that's triple. A three-bagger, RBI triple for Esposito. And now a strikeout ends the inning. So we'll go top of the fifth. Troy Dominic with slow roller. Too slow. Nice play by the catcher. Red Arrow. Ground out. So 2 outs for J Doctor himself. Rips one into right field for a single. 1 for 3 on the game. Farley Hank. Nice range by the shortstop. Wallaby Hickams. Wallaby good. Blow pop. We'll go bottom of the fifth. Blow pop got some pop in his feet, and that's a fly out from Kalian for out number 1. Ernie Witt. Out number 2. Wallaby Hickams with a ground out for out number 3. And now Ionel Bogescu, Tiger fan, and that's Ace Carter draws a walk. Strikeout from Crash Wagon. And that's in the gap in right center at the center field wall. A run will score. Oh, what a relay throw. And the runner gets tagged out at home. Torrent reaches third. What a wild play. Panda strikes out. A wild play, but the Supernova score a run. Toro's up to bat now. And Steve Rogers drawing a walk. And a base hit for Dom Drozdov. So 2 on, no outs for Will Fisher, minor league legend for the Wheelers. Oh, and moves the runners over. So both runners in scoring position with 1 out. Esposito, will this be a sac fly? Probably will be. And it is. It's 4-2. Toro's coming back. It's a 2-out rally here. LaFleur flies out to center field, and the 7th inning is where we will be. Troy Dominic ripped one. Jeez Louise in the good gap. And that's a base hit. Red Arrow now with the runner in scoring position. Ooh, they beamed him. Way inside. That was the first pitch. J Doctor off the first pitch. Bringing a runner home, and he does. It's 5-2 Supernovas. Boom, boom, boom. Make my heart go zoom, zoom, zoom. My Supernova girl, but that's a strikeout from Hank. Ooh. And a double steal, but it's a fumble bumble. The first error of the ball game brings the runner home. It's 6-2 Supernovas. And a ground out from Bogescu. And a ground out from Ace Carter ends the top of the 7th, but Supernovas score 2. Toro's down 4. Striking out does Chili Gravy. Kalian grounding out. And Ernie Witt. See ya. A no-doubter. That ball had no chance.
Out
386 feet in right field. A solo shot from Ernie Witt. It's 6-3 now. Hickams striking out looking. What a pitch by the Supernovas bot. These bots are OP. Here we go, LBG.
Right. And all right, so this one's hit to the second baseman. That is out number 1. That brings up Torrent. Torrent, this is going to be a fly out towards the third baseman, out number 2. Junie Panda. Panda, hard hit ball towards right field. That's going to the wall, and that is caught at the wall. And that'll retire the side. Bottom of the 8th we go. Down by 3. Cancun needs to get something going here. That's a tapper to the pitcher. And that is out number 1. Top of the order. Drozdoff to the second baseman. 2 outs now. Will Fisher pitching change. Jake Plummer coming in. And Jake Plummer getting the strikeout. And that'll retire the side. And Sarasota, last chance to pad their lead here. Up by 3 already. And this will be a fly out to right center field. Out number 1. Top of the order again. Red Arrow. Red Arrow in the gap on the left side. Red Arrow might get a triple out of this. Still going to 2. Here he goes to 3. And he's easily in with the triple. J Doctor. J Doctor. Uh-oh. This could score a run as they're going to make the tag. Red Arrow coming home. Not even a throw to home. Score is now 7-3. Down by 4, Cancun. This one is second baseman, and that'll retire the side. Here we go. Last chance for Cancun. Middle of their lineup. Esposito, LaFleur, and Chili Gravy. Esposito. Over the second baseman's head, and that'll be a leadoff single. Great way to start for Cancun here. And this is going to be a fly out. The catcher catches that one in foul territory, out number 1. Still running first, 1 out. Towering shot towards right center field, and that is over the fence and out of here. And Chili Gravy gets a 2-run home run, and that now makes it 7-5.
Ooh, bet looking good. The 1-run differential looking good if they win on a walk-off.
Absolutely. And this is going to be a fly out to center field. Last chance here. Witt, who had the home run earlier, Witt striking out. And that's going to do it as the Overs win. The score of 7-5. Supernovas over the Toros, 9 hits to 7. Taking a look at our batting here. We had 2 runs, 2 hits from J Doctor. Sarasota pitching, Urquidez Garcia getting their second win, a couple holds from the bots, and Plummer getting their first save, with Leo Robert getting their second loss. Player of the game is Nero Esposito.
Scoring the over right now. Yeah, hey, my bet didn't even look that bad in the end, honestly.
Right?
It looked bad for a lot of that game. Then that was a 2-run shot would have made it close. Scored the over. Congrats to you bettors for winning barely anything. Voyagers winning 9-5, 12-6 on hits. Maui committed 2 errors. Let's see, 12-6 on hits. There's your batting. And there's some pitching as well, because baseball is played by batters and pitchers. Rusty Kuntz gets player of the game in front of almost 5,000 people.
Vandals in the Sloss. Vandals winning here with a 3-hit shutout over the Sloss, 4-0, 7 hits to 3, 2 errors on the Sloss side. Here's your batting. Several single-hit games. Only multi-hit here, as I see is from Sacalodge. Pitching for Vancouver, Greg Digger Jr. getting their first win of the season. Couple holds here, with Pressing getting their second save and Windsor their third loss. Sacalodge is your player of the game.
And 4-1 win for Providence over Boise on the road. So Providence, kind of building a good team. They were rebuilding, and then they bought a bunch of players. Philly fan, Johnny Camden's over there, hard and long. Lucas gets the loss. Bobby Daring gets the win. Jagger Philly fan is your player of the game.
All right, and that takes us to the Aviators in the Surge. Aviators win this one, a score of 6-4, 6 hits to 9. Here's your batting. I see 3 RBIs off a single hit. That must have been a home run. No, it was from double from Halen. So Halen getting 3 RBIs off a double there. Pitching wise, Outer Banks, Pozo, and Relief getting the win. McDonald the save. And McKinnon, blown save. Graves a hold. Bones the loss and blown save. Player of the game is Tex Walker. And we watched that one, so it takes us here.
Here we go. Indy getting the win, 9-4 on the road. And we got batters. on the screen. Batters did play. And here they are. And pitchers pitched in this one. So there they are. In their glory. Bend over gets Pog for Indy.
And that takes us now to game number 7, the Sea Serpents and the Demons. And the Demons win this one 4-3, 10 hits to 7, 2 errors on Demon's side. Here's your batting. And I see 2 hits, 2 runs, 4 RBIs from Danny B. So Danny B having a great game here, probably player of the game. Seattle, Hammersmith with the loss. Detroit, Mitchell with the win. Bott with the save. And Danny B is your player of the game.
And a baseball game was played.
Did we already? We just showed that one. You're right.
Hey, it's been a long day for me too, brother. Right. Stars though, 10-4 dub. 3 Booswell. I could see that 3 popping up. He definitely did things. So did Luongo. They definitely batters definitely batted in this one for sure. And pitchers pitched. And here they are on your screen. Hopefully your player did stuff. If they didn't do stuff, maybe next game they'll do things. And Booswell's your player of the game.
And that finishes us off for the majors. And let's take a look at the minors now. And wow, look at this one. Dynamos over the Dillos, a score of 16-3, 16 hits to 11. Finally down on us. Dallas Dynamos having a good game tonight. Looking at our batting here, I see 4 runs, 4 RBIs from Juice Bruce here, and 4 RBIs also from McGee. Dallas pitching, Sid Carsey getting their first win of the postseason, or preseason. Delphine getting the loss for the Dillos, and Juice Bruce, of course, your player of the game.
And the Mounties getting the dub 11-3, 18-7 on hits. So big win on the road for Kingstone. And yeah, they used a bunch of players. Compared to State College, who only used 1 substitute. State College had some pitchers pitch. So did Kingston in this one. So here they are for you to see. And your player of the game is Babe Bufflin. Hopefully I said that right. If I didn't, then I don't apologize.
And the Wheelers and the Hepcats. Wheelers winning here with a 6-hit shutout over the Hepcats. That's a rare shutout for the Hepcats here. 14 hits to 6. Let's take a look at our batters. 3 hits, 2 RBIs, 2 walks for Marquise IV. Pitching, Anchorage Master getting their first win. Kansas City Schultz their first loss. And Trey Marquise IV is your player of the game.
Here we go. Firehawks winning 10-9, scoring a lot of their runs starting in the 4th inning, scored 5 in the bottom of the 5th, 12-9 on hits, and there are your batters. And there are your pitchers.
And Forrest Gump, player of the game. And our final game of this sim day is the Kingpins and the Bears. And Kingpins, another double-digit win here, 14-3, 21 hits to 13. Here's your batting. Well, I see a couple of 4-hit, 3 RBI games for Chicago over there. Pitching for Chicago, what is the T-Rex here? What's his name? Mitch the T-Rex getting their first win of the preseason. Millis getting their first loss, and player of the game is Shumi Hokenvettel. Mm-hmm. All right, so that finishes us off for the 31st of March, and now we move on to the 1st. No minors games for today. We do have majors games, and let's take a look at the 2nd as well, see what the 2nd has in store with us. Full majors, full minors, so we have 3/4 of our box scores left to go here. Let's go back. And here we go.
Oh, and you got a 10-8 win for Vancouver. 2-run double in the top of the ninth by Toby. They scored 4 to get the dub. 16 hits to 5, so they definitely outdid the Providence offense on doing things. They definitely did more things. Pitchers were used, and here they are. Takahashi's ERA looking like Bentley's. And Cologne, and so does Voss. Voss's ERA looking like Bentley's as well. Cologne, though, your player of the game. New face in Vancouver, big trade.
Big trade, absolutely.
Huge trade. Big top earner in the whole league.
Yeah, other than DiStefano Jr., probably the best batter in the whole league, absolutely. Mako's and the Raptors. Mako's,
San Antonio, too.
Yeah, San Antonio as well. Pretty much a three-way race there. 7-1 here. Mako's over the Raptors. 13 hits to 4. Here's your batting. We got 3 hits, 3 RBIs from Wesley Nakia. Pitching for Boise, Vivi Zielman taking the loss. Rich Evans the win. Couple holds there from Baldelli and the bot, and St. Brown getting their second save. Player of the game is Wesley Nakia.
Aviators winning 8-3, 12-3 on hits. OBX over the new logo Sloss. Love that logo.
Right.
Everyone needs to follow suit. That's how a logo gets done. 12-3 on hits, so OBX definitely outdid the Sloss. Look at that. Sloss barely did anything in terms of doing things. OBX, the opposite, did a lot of things. And Richspod went 4 scoreless. And Rayner went 4 innings with 1 earned. And Tex Walker from OBX having a night is your player of the game. M's Faith, I've said her name a lot.
Right. That takes us now to game number 4, the Surge and the Voyagers. And the Surge beating the Voyagers here at the score of 6-2. 12 hits to 6, 2 errors on the Surge side. Here's your batting. And several multi-hit games. 2 RBIs from Meredith, though, with the 2 hits. New York pitching. Choate, no decision. The Bot's getting the loss and the blown save there. Buffalo, the Bot gets a win. So Bots all around. Pitching-wise, Wendell Meredith is your player of the game.
And the Rougarou win 18-9, 17-13 on hits. 1 error to 2, and we'll show batting on your screen. In all of its glory, all of the batting. And here's all of the pitching from both teams. Kind of chaotic for Death Valley there. A lot of bots.
Thank goodness. Oh, sorry.
And player of the game is Vidal Valor of the Rougarou.
And here we go, Supernovas. And the Apex and Supernovas win here. Big 12-0. 3-hit shutout over the Apex. 3 errors for both teams total. Here's your batting. And several multi-hit games here. Several 3 RBI games as well. Looks like Carter and Torrent are going to be your best batters for Sarasota. Pitching-wise, Torkelton gets the win for Sarasota and the Bot the hold. For Indianapolis, Dogwood Maple the loss, and the player of the game is Aino Bogashu.
Ooh, Sarasota beating Indy. Love to see it. Seattle winning on the road against Cancun. 7-2, 12-7 on hits. Cancun committed 2 errors. A lot of double-digit scores, I agree. The spring training way. The spring training special. A lot of things done by Seattle there on the batting side. Sullivan with the win. McQuack with the loss. Steve Rogers from Cancun on the losing team is your player of the game. That's Jay Steele.
And 12 more box scores to go. Here we go. Down to 11 after this one. The Stars and the Demons. Stars winning here with the score of 5-4, just barely squeaking it out over the Demons. 9 hits to 8. Here's your batting. I see 2 hits, 2 RBIs from Brandon Fry. On the pitching end for Nashville, Giovanni Sanchez gets their second win. Several holds from the Bots, and McFlorida Man with the Bot getting the save. Detroit, Vaughn getting their first loss of the preseason with Stretch Armstrong as your player of the game. All right, so that finishes us out, and we have one more sim day to go, and it's a full docket of majors and minors. And we're going to go ahead and do minors first here, and here we go.
Dallas can't catch a break tonight, getting all their losses out of the way. Like I said earlier, Kingston winning 5-3. And we'll show batting briefly so you can see your player. Hopefully you see your player and smile and you don't frown. And here are the pitchers. And same advice applies here, or same opinion applies here. Kay Faraday of the Dallas Dynamos is your player of the game.
That takes us to game number 2, the Hepcats and the Dillos, and Hepcats winning over the Dillos 6-2, 7 hits to 8, 3 errors total in this one. Here's your batting. And I see 4 RBIs off of 1 hit from Rodicus Scott IV, and yes, that was a grand slam from Rodicus Scott IV for Kansas City to be able to put them ahead. Here's the pitching. Dillos Dog getting their second loss, and for Kansas City, Smoltz their second win with Patio Furniture their first hold. Player of the game is Rodicus Scott IV with the grand slam.
State College winning 4-2 against Louisville. And 11-8 on hits for State College. Here we go. Sylvia got the start. Will Love of State College doing a lot of things tonight in the chat with us. Shout out to Loki. Your Sixers collapsed last night, but your player is doing well. Gets player of the game.
In game number 4, the Kingpins and the Wheelers. Kingpins winning this one a score of 4-1, 8 hits to 3. Here is your batting. And I only see one single double hit batter here, and that is Ham. What is Ham's first name?
Radiance.
Radiance Ham, that's right. And pitching wise, Taylor for Anchorage takes their third loss. For Chicago, Brass Lemonade getting their third win. Kingpin their first hold, and Mixon their third save. Player of the game is Brewstar Lemonade.
And spring training matchup, Brew City gets the dub against California. We'll check out batting, where we all hope your player did well. And we don't hope they did unwell. And there's your pitchers, 4 used for each team. Your player of the game is Paris Riley.
And that finishes us off for the Miners. 6 last box scores to go for the night. And here we go. Aviators and the Crabs. Crabs winning this one with a score of 6-2, 11 hits to 4. Here is our batting. I see 2 hits, 2 RBIs from Mike Latoris over there. And 2 runs, 3 hits from Law Jr. Pitching, Beaumont getting their first loss for Outer Banks, with Providence's Tachibana getting the win. Couple holds for the Bots. And player of the game is Julio Ruiz.
Oh, sorry about that. It's me, Vancouver. 10-0, 18-2 on hits. Dominant win. Vancouver looking good in the spring. 18-2. Wow. Almost threw a no-hitter. Stein, though, got the only 2 hits for Maui.
Wow.
Rogers gets the win. Salchicha gets the loss. Colon is your player of the game. Getting a lot of pogs tonight.
They sure are.
For the Vancouver Vandals. Maybe this, he didn't have an amazing season last season with DVS, so maybe he rejuvenates his career in Vancouver.
Gets him in the playoffs, maybe. That'd be nice. Mm-hmm. All right, Surge and the Sloss. Surge winning over the Sloss here. 5-3, getting the last 2 runs in the top of the 9th to finish it out. 9 hits to 8. Here's your batting. And looks like your best batter is going to be 2 hits, 2 RBIs from Wendell Meredith. Pitching, Bot gets the win and the blown save. Bot's all around here again. Slim Dugan getting the loss for San Antonio. Player of the game is Christy Abbott.
And Boise getting the win 7-1. Doing it, spreading out the runs all throughout the game. There's your batting. 12 hits to 3. Kuntz got the only someone scored that run. Tokiyama gets the loss. Chank Daly gets the W. And Bridget Westfall, new Boise Raptor co-GM of Boise, former Supernova, Reno. We love Reno. The mod team head took over for the person who, for Crazy Katie Cat. Well, Reno took over as co-GM. Petra took over as main GM, but our Twitch mod team is now run by Reno. So thank you, Reno, and you get player of the game.
Nice. All right, 4 games to go here. Rougarous and the Supernovas, and Supernovas win over the Rougarous, a score of 4-1, 8 hits to 7. Here's your batting. 2 hits for Vidal Valor, a couple hits on the other side for Sarasota. Pitching, Wright in relief gets the loss. On the other end, the bot gets the win, Leon gets the hold, and the bot gets the save. Carlos Crashwagon, who had the inside the park home run, is your player of the game.
Sea Serpents winning 10-5 over Indy. Big offense from Seattle. Love that branding. Both teams' branding is really strong. Shout out to both those GMs. And then there is your batting. And after we show batting, we show pitching. That's the order. And after we show pitching, we announce the player of the game is Kana Sasaki.
2 games
tutorial for the newbies.
Nice. 2 games left. This one, the Demons and the Toros. Demons winning over the Toros 3-1, 6 hits to 4. Real pitcher's duel here in this one. I see a hit and 2 RBIs from Armstrong up there for Detroit. Pitching, the bot gets the win for Detroit in relief. Shu gets the loss, and Roshi gets a blown save over on the Cancun side, and Peter LaFleur is your player of the game.
And Nashville getting the win in extras with a run-scoring single by Jimmy Smith. Nashville will show batting. Holding a fart and having a good... DVS, a lot of those players, batting-wise, having good springs, but Thomas Rose, look at that. 489.
Ouch.
Dominating on offense. And there's your pitching. 0.75 ERA for Lucky El Chara. Jeez Louise. Right. Thomas Rose is your player of the game.
And that's the most bots I've seen so far tonight. 7 in one game. Most of them have been like 5 or 6 or so. So bots getting good usage. All right, and that finishes us off for the minors and the majors. So we are complete for this stream, and we're going to go ahead and upload the index. Let me just do a file save here real quick before we do that. And let's see here. Top 2 rows checked. These are checked. Should be first and third rows here, and these 2 checked. Those are good. These 3 are good, and off we go. So halfway through spring training, a lot of surprises so far. Vandals, that acquisition of Willie Colon, obviously the story of the night. Willie just on fire, getting some players of the game, getting a lot of timely hits and RBIs. I think that's going to be a spectacular trade, especially since Willie's just now going into next season being the first season of the regression. Vandals are still going to get a couple good seasons left out of Willie. So, they did give up some draft picks, I think, and traded away, I want to say a pitcher or something like that too. But what a trade! One of the biggest trades I've seen in the PBE in quite some time. Having one of the hardest working earners, switching, and not because of cap constraints or anything like that, but trying to make things work. Get some offense on your team. Shout out to AJ for doing really good with this trade here. I think Willie Colon's probably going to be the spark that Vandals were just a couple games back last season. I think they might have a chance season 26 and maybe getting the final wildcard spot. We'll have to see.
Yeah, Vandals and Raptors played in that game 109, so they played a tiebreak game in the final stream.
That's right.
Of the regular season, and Boise eked it out and then swept OBX in the first round. They were the 4 seed in their conference, last seed against the number 1 seed, and swept the 1 seed. So, playoffs are anybody's game every single season, especially now that we don't have buys. I think the playoffs are more exciting than they ever will be. Good day of sim baseball. I agree. What up, Yuppie Yuppers? A-Dub 13. What up, AW? AU Gold, thanks for watching us tonight. We'll see you soon, probably streaming at some point. Wildfire Micro, Inkerbell, love seeing you in character chat. Hope you continue to give us more character role play. Yeah, man. Thanks for streaming, LBG.
Absolutely. I'm checking right now to see who our next streamer is going to be on Saturday, and it will be AJ. AJ's
That's what I was working on during the stream.
Nice. So,
we procrastinate.
Are you going to be co-hosting with AJ on Saturday?
We'll wait for the announcement. Just be ready. It's a special co-host, arguably our best, not arguably, definitively our best co-host in the PvE. Some Hall of Fame broadcasting in spring training. Going to be a nice little treat as we head into season 26 regular season. Get the rust out of the way for the broadcaster point of view as well. You're the best, Yuppie. Thanks for playing. Hopefully you have a good career. Shout out to your Mounties. Yeah, in-character chat's great. I usually just spam it with GIFs of my render, who is Stone Cold Steve Austin. So it's an excuse for me to see my render on my screen.
Reminder for everybody, if you haven't yet, Primetime just got released earlier. So if you haven't done your Primetime for week 1 next week, make sure to get that in this weekend. Let's see.
I have an uneventful weekend upcoming, so the goal is to write a good On My Mind that includes that kind of stuff in there. Point task reminders. So get your preseason predictions in. I haven't done it. Get your primetime in yet, please. I haven't done that as well. So I'm with you if you procrastinate. Get your spring training TPE in before it locks. It's open for a week, so get your spring training claim in. And it should be a good season coming up. Make sure when you do your prime time and your season predictions that you post in the thread within 5 minutes. We had issues with that. Some high up members in this league didn't get any TPE for preseason predictions last season and missed out on a lot of TPE. I know I took home 12, so that was really nice.
Nice.
So don't miss out by not posting in the thread. That's the easy part. The hard part is filling out the form. The easy part's posting in the thread. So reminder, please don't forget to do that. We want you to get as much TPE as possible. And look at us, PBE. Look at you guys. Last week, 313 activity checks. The highest in a while, bro. Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah, man. And, the brand is growing. And we want it to grow because that's more fun, more players, more competition. It makes getting into the Hall of Fame that much sweeter if you make it when you have more people around you competing. So
absolutely.
Get your friends to join. We're going to try to get a little bit of a push when this podcast drops for some trickle. Call it the trickle effect for waiver claims during the season. And next season, looking to get an at everyone post in SHL Discord and ISFL. But yeah, we're going to, we've been talking about some ideas. If you have them, please send them our way. But we were thinking about using league funds to throw down for a cameo. I saw Shane Green, currently I think on the Braves, has been on a bunch of teams. I think the Red Sox at one point, a pitcher in the MLB. He's on the cameo for only $40.
Wow.
So, in our league funds, I posted, if you saw, it was like $1,500 in our account. After taxes, after all the expenses that we have for keeping the league alive, which includes JSync, and our cloud space for keeping files, and so a good amount of money to spend. You obviously don't want to go crazy, want to be strategic as heck. So I think a cameo of an MLB player hyping us up would be really cool.
Absolutely. Wow.
Right?
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, $40. I think that'd be well spent. Just because, an MLB player will know about us by, we're going to force him to by paying him to know about us. But, word of mouth is key, especially in a free league. He tells a few people, he's like, hey, in that Cameo submission, we send him the link to certain things. You never know. He may be the type that's like, yo, this is kind of cool, and then spreads it around. So
what you ought to do is get some clips on Twitch and post them on Twitter, and then like hashtag MLB or something like that, and say here he is covering some of our matches here for the PBE, and see how many kind of retweets and stuff like that we can get from it. That'd be pretty cool.
My goal with the Cameo thing was to post his, so he does a selfie video of him talking about the PBE, and then we post on our account, because that's what Cameo is. It's celebrities. It's usually for birthdays, like happy birthday to Uncle John. This is from your nephew.
Right.
My friend got one from Udonis Haslem, NBA player for the Miami Heat. One of his cousins paid $70 for it. But yeah, the goal is to get that video, get the file, put it on our Twitter, tag him, and pray for a retweet.
That would be awesome.
And let his followers see it. So, pipe dream,
dream, yeah. But you're getting the first steps going. So it sounds like so far it could be pretty fruitful. So.
Out of all the sim leagues in the sim league world, I think we have the fattest bank account. So we also don't have the best relationship compared to other leagues with the main subreddit. So
yeah.
I had this idea of posting every stream night, finding the clip of the night, whether it's a great catch, or tonight maybe it would have been that crazy play where they tried to get the steal. I like that play with the attempted caught stealing, but then it was a bobbled error and then runs scored. So that was really cool. We had a walk-off. Never mind. That walk-off would have been the play of the night.
Yeah, or the inside the park home run.
Yep, that's a good one. Great call. So yeah, I was thinking of taking the clip of the night, whatever it was, taking the raw video file, uploading directly to our baseball, and then posting on our Discord as an announcement, not asking for upvotes, just saying, hey, this is the clip of the night.
Right.
Here is the link to it. Yeah. So people were telling me, oh, you'll get taken down. It has nothing to do with baseball.
No, it does.
It does. That's the thing.
Right.
Our baseball is not our MLB, right? That's the way I see it.
Exactly.
Baseball is played in many different ways. So
if it was Aaron Rodgers or something like that shouting us out, that would be inapplicable. But MLB players, I don't see why they wouldn't.
All right, so revealing to the league, on my main personal Twitter, there's an account some of you people on Twitter may know. It's called Old Takes Exposed, Freezing Cold Takes. And my goal was maybe to text him. And he's a friend of mine. He has 500,000 followers on Twitter. And it's just I don't know how we can end up on his feed, because we're not what he does. He takes old tweets or news clippings, headlines, where back then the person who wrote it thought it was a good opinion, but now looking back, it's a horrible opinion, and that's why it's called a cold take, because it's not strong. So he blew up. I remember when he first started, and I used to have a real life podcast before I joined the PBE. And he came on it a bunch of times. So I have his number. We're friends. Wouldn't say good friends, but we're friends. And I thought about texting him, and being maybe we can get him in the booth. And that would be his excuse to retweet us on his timeline. Just trying to think of ideas to get on his feed, to get his 500,000 followers to see us for free. Maybe getting him on the stream could be enticing. It's just he's got a family. We stream during dinner hours, so maybe
on the weekend or something.
Maybe we run a late night stream just to get him on and get a West Coaster to stream it, like a AU Gold or a J Steel.
Diesel, something like that.
Yeah, so things to consider, just spitballing here. Just trying to grow. It's surprising, season 25, we saw a ton of turnover, LBG. I don't know. What are your thoughts on all of the job turnover? us struggling to get people to fill jobs, and yet we still hit 313 activity checks.
We did. I really do think that that was kind of a turning point for the PBE. A lot of the old guard that were in those management positions, the past 5-10 seasons, a lot of people stepping down after long terms. Giving it up to fresh blood. I think that the fact that even though it was a struggle, we were able to fill most of those openings with people that a lot of them look like they're doing really well now. Like I stepped down from the SimFile audit team, and A. Lucas took over, and A. Lucas has been doing a great job getting that going for this next season. So I really hope that the other teams that are involved with all these new members, workers, that they're able to sort this out and hopefully come out stronger than what they did before, because we really haven't had any really bad off years. We haven't had any major seasons where we had to okay, we got to start this week over because the SimFile is so messed up or something like that. We've been running pretty well. It's only when you notice that things don't run well that there ends up being any sort of issue. When things run well, you don't really know that things are you have all these people in the background that are working tirelessly every day to try and get this going for you. So being able to have all those people and have the other people to take over when it was time for new people to step up, I think that was really great for the league. And I really think in the future, as we do get more people, more teams, that we're probably going to end up having a deeper job field as well, where we'll have candidates that are much more qualified at possible positions than they might have been otherwise. So I'm looking forward to see how we go through here all the way to season 30.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. I wasn't made aware A. Lucas took over SimFile audit team, so making sure I'm taking note of that on my mind this weekend. Shout out to A. Lucas. That's a very, very, very important job that LBG you absolutely killed over the past 3 seasons?
Mm-hmm. 3 seasons, yep.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
We owe you the world for building that team from scratch, and now A. Lucas gets to take over as the head very smoothly. You're the freaking man.
I appreciate that. Well, I'm checking the index now, seeing if everything got uploaded here correctly.
And through the pipeline, looks like DVS traded with Sarasota again. First it was for Fug. Now Sarasota picked up Holding a Fart, Frick Nasty.
Oh, wow.
And looks like DVS is retaining Frick's contract to help Sarasota get under a different tier for the cap penalties. So,
nice.
Yeah, fair trade for both teams. Looking forward to, maybe a couple more seasons with Bentley. Who knows? But, we're looking really strong in Sarasota.
All right. Well, it looks like everything's been uploaded. The index is updated, so we are all set for the evening. Do we want to raid anybody or anything like that before we sign out?
Let us see. Let's see what's going on.
Take a look here.
Ooh, yes, we want to raid FK and Kamish for sure.
All right.
He is James LeBond in our sim, played for the Swifties. Now he got drafted by OBX, and we shall raid our good friend LB.
All right, well, everybody have a great night. Again, Legally Blind Gamer joining with Hummus God. We'll have AJ on this Saturday to finish out the spring training, and we thank you all for joining us. Have a great night.
Thank you, everybody. Be on the lookout for that OTP pod. We're recording in about 1 hour from now. And gonna hit that raid button, see if he notices.
All right. I'll turn him up here.
Is going to live up to the name tonight, as he will be on the hitting side. He's gassed as a pitcher. He is ready to go as a hitter. It is the PB Sim. It is Hummus God. It's Junip. It is a bunch of cute people coming in. Welcome to the Fluff Kitty Ninja Show. I will be front and center in a second.
All right.
Nice. Good call.
close this out
What a
here.
stream.
Absolutely.